I need to click go live. So let's just see if this is working. I think it's working. I'm trying to watch to see if it appears on my screen. Chat isn't saying anything. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's starting. I can see it on my screen, so hopefully that means you can see it on your screen. How is the sound levels? Can you hear the game and my voice? In fact, let me just get rid of this. Ta-da! Shiny Zhou Guan Yu. Hello! Bit quiet. Well, which bit's a bit quiet? Voice is a bit low. Get rid of that. Okay, how's this now? Bit better? I'm going to keep talking and you can just tell me. Voice is a bit quiet. Okay, I've got to wait for it. There we go. Okay, people seem happy with that. Cool. Good, good, good. Probably have to do that every single stream. How's everybody doing? Today, we're going to aim. And I think I didn't realize I was conflicting with the old Artemis launch, but that's been cancelled now. So just us. People who don't have anything better to do this time on a Saturday. Now, Monaco, normally in real life, not that exciting, but hopefully our Monaco and Baku races this evening are going to be more exciting than Zandvoort will be tomorrow, because I'm not really expecting too much from that. The audio is a bit loud in my head, but hopefully if I'm going to click continue and just hope it gets a bit quieter. Okay. I'm trying something new with the chat. I've just put slow mode on just by 10 seconds. So it means you have to. There's a minimum of 10 seconds between your messaging, so you can't spam the chat with stuff. That's might make things a little bit cleaner. Volume on your phone is max, and you can barely hear me. Okay, one sec. Just going to fiddle with my sound settings a little bit. How's that sound to you? Yeah, that's... Yeah, microphone does seem a little bit. There we go. Sounds better? All right, we'll just have to deal with it. We're just going to have to deal with it. I'm gonna turn down the volume a little bit on the desktop. Now, the desktop audio isn't showing up as happening for me. So hopefully you can hear the sound. This is it. I can't up mic any higher than this. So this is what we got. Good evening, everybody. Okay. Anyone remember where we were? If you did not see the last stream, no in-game audio for you too. Okay, one sec. Let me just double check how that's working. I'm How's that? Nope, that's not making any noise either. That's why we're not getting any of that. I can hear you. I can hear it. Honestly, don't understand why this is problematic because let's try that. Because I haven't changed it since last time, and yet here we are. Wait, that's the microphone. Is your audio output the right one? I mean, that's a good question. Let's try that. That's not done anything. If anything, that's made it worse. In which case, let me go... Don't know how to sort this one, guys. It was working when the stream started, wasn't it? Is that because I fiddled with this? You're just supposed to hear some kind of light music. If I turn it... some light music and some sort of swishy sounds as I move over these. Maybe it's just very quiet. Oh, there we go. It's just turned down. There you go. You should... There you go. There you go. It's all right. I can see it appearing on the desktop audio sliding out. It's just turned down a little bit too low. Okay. Right. Sorry. Right. We should crack on with this. Right. Last time. If you didn't watch and you want to find out what happened, and you want to watch what happened for yourself, then you can find the stream in the playlist underneath this video. Otherwise, I'm going to spoil everything for you. What races did we do? We did Miami, and then we did Spain. And in Miami, we got ourselves a podium with Bottas. And then in Spain, the rain came in and we pitted at just the right time with Bottas. Joe crashed out, but we got ourselves a win. So we're flying high. The standings, we're now very much third. In the drivers, we're very much fifth. Closer to Perez than we are to Hamilton. So we got riding high, but we've got 2 street circuits ahead of us with the very slow Monaco and the very fast Baku coming up tonight. So, Mr. Hedgeball, what do you mean by don't forget the driver development points? Right, before you do that, let's just crack on what we've got to do. Let's read our emails for... Right, Joe Granu has low morale. It's not surprising he did crash. When he could have got second place in that race. I've got spare driver development points. Use them. Okay. Oh, you're right. Get rid of that. Adaptability is less important. Let's get him some more consistency because it's a bit break. And we got any for Bottas? What does Bottas need? Maybe get up on his smoothness. Okay, thank you for that. Train your pit stop team. Yeah, my pit stop team are pretty poor. How are we doing on that? Now we are working on tyre changes. We're getting there. I think we need to keep working on that. They are a bit lackluster on that. Wing changes, a little bit less important. We are actually running out of wings as well, but we'll get to that in a sec. Let's just crack on with these emails. Wait, what's recommended for Joe? Hiring new staff members. Keeping them paired with you. We'd never get rid of you, Ewan. Building, upgrading facilities. I want to look at facilities, actually, because we haven't done that yet. I kind of put it off because they're really expensive, but maybe we'll look at that before we go to the next race. We're going to need to manufacture some front wings. We're, especially with street circuits coming up. High salary, we'll get on that. Performing well on race weekends. I think that's the key. I think we need to just get Joe a little bit more consistent, fewer errors. Congratulations for our win. Win, 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 win. Monaco Grand Prix coming up. Teo Porsche scouting complete. Right, we've got so much to think about. We've also got Logan Sargent scouting complete. So we were looking at someone to replace Kubica, if you remember. I think that's what we were doing. People in the chat who were here last time can remind me what on earth we were doing last time. But let's have a look at old Teo Porsche and compare him to... Let's go back in. Oh, God. Right. Back to Teo Porsche. Teo Porsche. Compare. Change to Kubica. He's not bad, is he, old Teo? What are we thinking about this? Yeah, let me know what you're thinking about Teo Porsche. Lots of growth potential. Needs to work on his aggression. I think we just need a nice solid third driver that we can just work on. Let's have a look at him. Meanwhile, let's look at... I think we actually need to activate... there's probably a quicker way to do this. Logan Sargent. Compare him with Robert Kubica, who we'll be looking to replace. He's... I mean, not bad, is he? As an unbiased American, I say Sergeant. All right, quick little poll while we do some other things. If I'm going to make an offer, I'm going to make an offer to some one of them. You can choose who. Here we got poor, share. I'm going to say poor, Sar. Poor, share, or Sergeant. Can't be bothered to type those all out. So there's a little poll for you there. You can have a little think about who you'd like to make an offer to. Meanwhile, we're going to need to do that. Some of the. Now, have we got any? How many of these do we want? Probably should make 2 of these, just in case we lose some. How many chassis we got? We got 2 in the 2 installed, 2 in the warehouse. Rear wings, 2 installed, 4 in the warehouse. Okay, that's fine. How's our car part development going? Just trying to remember what the hell's going on with the stuff we're doing. We're manufacturing this front wing. We're researching the chassis. We're researching the underfloor. No current design projects, so this is all kind of looking forward. Great. Okay. When are we manufacturing the underfloor? That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure if we've got... Right, underfloor. New underfloor. So we're going to manufacture 2 of these underfloors. Hopefully we got the thing for that. Good for reminding me. Thank you, because we did design a new underfloor, and that will help our team. Now we're all blocked out of R&D slots, effectively. The team is... Right. Firm at work with that. Right, what are we thinking about these young drivers? This is a mistake. Reserve drivers develop slower, and then they're free agents. Use all your engineers if you can't have more projects. Why is... Aiden, I've got spare chassis. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's look at these drivers then. It's not easy to kind of work out where your scouted drivers are, other than going through the inbox. If there's a quicker way of doing this. Okay, so people are going for Porsche. We're going to make some. We're going to make a little offer, see how he goes, and if he's not that up for it, then we won't push him too hard. But he's got a lot of patience, very open to negotiation. I just want to see if can we see Kubitz's salary from here. Yeah, that's right. 330 grand. It's going to cost us nearly $600,000 to buy him out. He's getting pretty old. We're going to need someone. You can filter in the drivers by scouted. Thank you, Ever. Okay. So we can do this a little bit. So driver position, car reserve. We can give him 2 seasons. He'll like that. Salary, 150 grand. Starting bonus. Let's keep reserve 25. You know, you're only 18. That'll buy you a nice little PS5. See what he says about that. Oh, crap. One moment. Okay. Hates it. He's okay about the contract length. He wants a bigger salary. Offer Teo 180k. Well, okay. Back to negotiations. Let's crank him up to 180 and see what he says about that. Everything else seems kind of fine. 230, 175. Rude. Do it step by step, drain his patience. He's still high, so let's go up to 200. Down to medium. He wants a lot, doesn't he? Hang on, are we doing the right... Yeah. Some people saying this isn't worth it. His patience is down to medium. I can give him a little bit. I can give him a little bit more. No way he's worth the 200 bar. Louis says he should be offered 270k for 2 years. Reserve drivers get paid 130 to 140 per season. I mean, this is an annual salary. So, ask Sergeant for the same salary, see if he accepts it. Good point. Good point. Let's go back to our drivers. Filter by scouted. Sergeant. Oh, didn't mean to compare. Right, I'm going to give you exactly what I offered. What's his name? I'm going to start 180 actually. Starting bonus 20k. Greedy bastards. This is an F1 contract. You should be paying me. Where's this? You know, I want sponsors. I want you to bring sponsors in to give me a lot of money. Nonetheless, I'll whack you up to 200 and see if you're any better than old Porsche. If not, we're going back to Porsche. I think what would be fun in this game is if we had if they were aware we were playing them off against each other, and that made them a little bit more malleable. Let's go back to Porsche. Right, someone said 230k. 230, final offer. His patience is running out anyway. Oh, we're up to medium, but contract declined. You know what? Too bad. I said we weren't going to push it. But at some point, we are going to need a new third driver because old Kubica isn't going to last forever. Now, I also said we were going to look at facilities before we go off to Monaco. Where do you think we should be looking? Factory's a bit low. Let's just remind ourselves where we are. Factories, facility. So this increases our project capacity. So right now we can only manufacture 2 parts at a time. Design center, what do we get from that? We can design 3 parts at a time. That's pretty useful. Monthly upkeep goes up though. Engineer capacity is stays at 10. Where was the? Let's go back to this. If I just. Okay, so we get extra car park manufacture on this. We get faster development speed. Monthly upkeep goes up. Wind tunnel. Woof! Monthly upkeep shoots up. But we do get much better effect from testing. Upgrade all of them. Right, what is chat something on? CFD simulator, again, kind of similar to the wind tunnel. Suspension simulator. Brake cooling isn't quite what we need. Okay, so I'm between design center and wind tunnel. Actually, design centers. And what are these costs? 11.5 million, 10 million, 7 million. Wind tunnel versus CFD? I'm thinking wind tunnel. What do you guys think about wind tunnel? Okay, I'm going to do a little poll. Oh. Upgrade. So wind tunnel. CFD. Oops. Or neither. Some people saying the design center. We're already up to level 2 there. Again, it's not. It still only gives us the 2 parts, and we could have 3 parts. Over here. Free soda. Could do more than 1, but I don't want to like rinse through all of our cash. People edging towards wind tunnel on this one. Again, yeah. Going to be higher on the old monthly upkeep, but I think it's going to help us with designing going forwards. Let's not stretch the finances more than one. I agree. Someone says, Adam, good point. Okay, Adam's good point was I could do more than one, and I'm not sure about more than one just yet. Maybe we'll come back and we'll do another one a little bit later on. Check out the staff facilities before committing. Okay, well that's going on. What are we talking about staff? Okay, yeah, that's just where all our engineers are designed. Increase the design center to increase the max team of engineers. Okay, so bear that in mind, even though I haven't given you that as an option. Staff facilities. Increases staff and driver morale. Oh, that's interesting. What's that cost? All right, we could do some of this actually as well. That's pretty cheap. I'm going to do that. We haven't got one of those. Boom. Not even going to ask you. Going to do that. Scouting. Don't care that much. Race simulator. What do we get for that? Weekly experience gain. That's pretty good. And this is only 3 mil. Okay. This is going to be my extra stuff on top of the things you're doing. And you're saying wind tunnel. Ending the poll. That was fairly... Let's do it. Let's do a wind tunnel. I haven't looked at operations yet. Spend. Here we go. Down to 19 mil. Operation facilities. Oh, boardroom. Just going to do it. Just going to do it, guys. Hospitality area. What's that going to get us? Team attractiveness. Impress visitors and potential hires. Maybe next time. Maybe after this race. Weather center. It's quite... no, not yet. Helipad. Offer a first-class experience for your most supportive. Sponsored... maybe not yet. Memorabilia room. That's pretty cheap. Tour center. What does that do? Weekly income. 13,000. So what's that? About 9 weeks to pay that off. It's not that much, is it? So might as well do that. That'll pay for itself. Brilliant. There we go. We have become big spenders. Right, let's just go back to... oh, God. Okay, we don't have the fancy front wing, so Zhou's going to have to get the old front wing. Although, his morale is low, and Bottas is a machine. Okay, here's the thing. So, Zhou is the slower person, Bottas is the person more likely to get us the points, but Zhou is having morale crisis for the last few races, so maybe we should stick the new front wing on Zhou. So, here comes the poll. So we got a new front wing and an old front wing, and the new front wing should go to... here, I'm just sending out the poll now. Bot or Zhou. I'm leaning towards Zhou. But you tell me. We've only got one of the new front wings, I think. Yeah, we've only got one of the new front wings, whereas we got like a lot of the old ones. 51% say Zhou at the moment. That's if we can just crank that up to be a bit more definitive, that would be nice. And then we can head on to the first race. And then by the time we get to Baku, hopefully we'll have that new floor. I don't think the new floor will be very helpful in Monaco anyway. Why is Zhou having a moral crisis? Well, so in the first 6 races, he's had a couple of crashes. He ran out of fuel while in a points playing position. We sent him out in Q3. We sent him out in qualifying in Q1 in his first race into traffic, so he didn't make it out of Q1. Little bit of our fault, little bit of his fault. It's his first season. There are a few errors creeping in, a little bit like real life, really. So we want to give him a couple of really good races, get some points on the board, improve his morale. Yeah, so I think performance is going to help with that. Okay, just going to end that poll there. 55% say Zhou. So you're going on car 1. Sorry. New front wing going on car 2. That shows car. Old front wing going on car 1. That's Excuse me. Bottas's car. First race coming up is Monaco anyway, so it's... and away we go. Important email. Race prep. Yeah, here we go. Performance targets then for Monaco. Here are the ones that we don't get to choose. So, if both drivers reach Q3, we get over 200 grand. If both drivers finish the race in the top 10, we get 260 grand. We've got to continue our hot streak of both drivers getting in the top 12 in qualifying. We are 1 out of 4 the way through there. And if we get at least one driver in the top 10 in Monaco, we will complete our streak of 5 times getting a driver in the points, and that will give us 1.5 million, which will pay for one of the buildings we've just started building. Qualifying targets. I'm again going to say both cars reach Q2. I think that's a given. I'll be disappointed if that doesn't happen. Qualifying position. I think our best chance of money is saying both drivers should get to a certain position. And I'm going to say... I'm throwing this over to you. We're going to say both drivers get at least, I don't know, 8th, 9th, 10th, or the safety option of 12th. So this is for qualifying. If we succeed in getting both drivers into whatever position you choose, we're going to get this amount of money, which could be as low as 198,000, could be as high as 270,000. If we fail, we will lose this amount of money. So, in case you haven't been watching the streams before, we've been doing pretty okay, and we've got both drivers through to Q3 quite a few times. Not every time, but quite a few times. Possibly the last 4 races in a row, I want to say. Although actually, maybe did we get show through in Spain? I can't remember. People saying 10 is safe. 10 is leading right now. I'm going to wait just a couple more seconds to see what the next pole jump is. 105. Yeah. Okay. So we're saying 10. I think that's a decent amount of money. So let's say for that. Right. Now onto the race targets. What's the... Okay, so this is all we can do is say whether or not we're going to get the fastest lap, and I'm going to say no. Even though we have got the fastest lap before, that was a bit of a lucky event, and I don't think we're going to succeed there. Okay, so these are our promises we've made. We'll try and remember these, but we're trying to get both drivers through to Q3. Both drivers in the top 10, which I guess is the same, so that's easy. Both drivers in the top 10 in the race. There we go. That's basically what we've got to think about. Car builds. I think how's Bottas's engine? I think we're done with this engine now. I'm just wondering. I don't think we want to stick it on even in practice now. Meanwhile, Zhou's engine, I think, can go a little bit further. Right, that's fine. Should we go to the race? Let's go to the race. How's everyone feeling about Monaco? Monaco's going to be very, very qualifying.
Cars have been racing through Monaco's streets since 1929.
All right,
and this weekend is no exception, as we get to watch the new generation of world-class drivers take over Monte Carlo. This is the Monaco Grand Prix.
Perfect, thank you. Okay. So, as usual, change show to old engine for practices. Yeah, let's do where's our car build? Have we already lost that? Is that already gone as an option? Car parts, sorry, that's where it is. Okay, Joe, onto the... Oh, look at these. These are pretty. These are pretty. 61, 62. These are about the same, aren't they? So let's stick with this one and I mean, it is Monaco, isn't it? We're not going to be pushing the engine this weekend, are we? So we may as well just stick with that engine. Now, the problem, as I looked at before, with trying to run the old engine on Bottas is that it's a little bit broken. It's got some damage on it, so he may be a bit annoyed. Old engines for this weekend. Should we do this crappy old engine for Bottas in Friday practice? Just to kind of like keep the other engines a little bit fresher. And then on Saturday we'll switch it back. What do you think? Yeah? People saying yeah, okay. It's just Friday, isn't it? It's just Friday. Okay, we're not going to put Kubica in the car. We're going to need, especially give Zhou a lot of time to think. So let's simulate all of Friday, as usual, and then fiddle about with the setup. 6th, 12th. Okay, how are they feeling? Okay, let's have a little fiddle with their setup then. Before we go into FP2. Oh, setup. All right, not too bad. Cornering could be a bit better. You're on the old front wing, of course. So let's do a little bit of that and see how you feel about that. What about you, Zhou? You want a bit more traction, do you? Let's... bit of that. That's... a bit of that. Ooh. Straight's bad, cornering bad on both of them. So that's a tricky one to kind of iron out. Let's just give you a little bit more of that. Okay. Let's simulate Q FP2. While we're doing this, good question from Aiden. Chat, where are you all watching from? I know some of you are going to be on the same time zone as me, but probably a lot of you are all over the place. Right, Zhou's dropped down to 14th. Valtteri's got himself up into 5th, despite being on a broken engine. And that's Friday done.
Today, we see the culmination of the team's practice.
Oh, gotta go stroll back. Woo! Sweden, Puerto Rico, Netherlands, Norway, Denmark, Dutch Lantis, Dallas, Germany, Ireland, lots of it. Netherlands again, Mexico, India. This is loud. New York City, Germany, Kazakhstan, Greece, France, Croatia, Western Australia. 2 a.m. Okay, Professor Smiles. Indonesia, Azerbaijan. I feel like every single person in this chat is from a different country. Or at least a different city in some of the bigger countries. Nice. Germany, Greece, Kurdistan. Lovely. Israel, Detroit, sunny Scotland. Lovely. Right. While you're all introducing yourselves by your country, I'm just going to fiddle with this. Cornering bad. You're going to have to start figuring this out for yourselves, guys. Oh my god. Zhou. No wonder you're... Oh, what are we going to do about Zhou? We want to get both cars into Q3, and this is what you... Actually, before I do anything else, we've got to stick the proper engine back in his car again. Otherwise, I'll forget. There we go. Right. I mean, what are we going to do about you, Zhou? You're bad on the straights, but your front wing's been turned down to... I'm going to have to just bring you back in line like this and just hope you can figure this out. Let's see how they feel after that. That's a little bit better for Zhou. Gasly doing well. Alpine having a fine session. Once again, Valtteri sort of in amongst the Mercedes. Whew. Okay. This qualifying is going to be interesting. They are not happy with their setup, though. Partly cloudy. Let's just see how we go. Brain, not safe for work says. Remember, for car setup, using the same settings of both drivers will give the same results. So using different settings at first to find optimals quicker. Yeah, fair. Will there be a red flag? I guess we're going to find out. Let's manage Q1.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Game sounds alright for you at the moment? Especially mixed with me. Are we at a nice balance, by the way? Engine was changed. In terms of weather, we're not expecting any change in the weather. So, in case you're new, this is the expected traffic. So we're going to have a big surge at the end of probably every session. And a sort of, it looks like people are going to be coming out in mixed batches throughout the first at least 3/4 of the session. We can look over here and we can see the grip levels, the rubber levels, and the water levels are going to stay pretty much the same throughout the next 18 minutes or 17 minutes as we are now. Right, let's check what Bottas is on to. Yeah, fresh softs. Send him out. And we'll do the same with Zhou. Yeah, I don't know why I'm broadcasting slightly lower volume than I used to, but I don't know. Streams, how do they work? Okay, we'll give him a bit of space, and now we'll send Zhou out. So, main thing we've got to consider here, getting ourselves a nice, clean lap. So let's crack on with the map view and get us around. Let's go 8 times speed just to get them round. Qualifying, we often use this view. We don't fiddle too much with. And we got stuck behind Russell immediately. Bottas is saying his tyres are getting a little warm, and so they are. Not much we can do about that. But bear that in mind over the course of the rest of the weekend, just to make sure we're not suffering in the race. Okay, so those are our first laps. Zhou got himself a little bit in traffic, but let's sprint a little bit further through these first runs. And then we're going to need to decide if we're safe or not. So far, unsure, actually. We've still got the Red Bulls, one of the Ferraris, both McLarens to go, so I think we're probably going to need to go out again. Yeah, yeah, look at this. Okay, just quick. Let's go down to 1 times. So maybe we go out. The grip's not ramping up too much, so maybe we want to go out in this gap in the traffic here. Same tyres. We don't want to rinse through. Go long in the race. Overcut will be powerful when early pitches in traffic. Well, we'll have to think about the race when we get there. It's really going to depend on where we end up in qualifying. So, let's say nearly 2 minutes it takes to get out, and then we'll be there. So let's just. Hang on. Why are we not good to go? There we go. Why can't we send these cars out? They're supposed to refuel, like. There we go. I don't know what's going on here. Don't know if it's a little bit of a glitch or not. Are we good? Can we go now? Off you go. So it's got a feeling Charles going to have bad races, Aiden. I mean, quite possibly. Right, Verstappen's already out. Or coming in, probably. Right, here's our guy on his outlap. It's the little bit of a glitch because the cars are not attached to the racetrack. They seem to be floating kind of above it over there. Tyres aren't selected. Off we go. Let's have a look at the old sectors. There's Bottas. All right, a PB. Yeah, I know the tyres are getting warm. I don't know what to do about it. We screwed the setup up. You're just going to have to live with it, Bottas. Okay, Bottas up to 5th. Zhou. Come on. Up to 10th, and we're just going to have to hope the last minute surge of cars doesn't push us all down again. Looking at Zhou especially. Come on, come on. Okay, 11th. 12th. 14th. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Whew. Okay. So currently we are 9/10 behind pole. Only 1/10 behind Lewis Hamilton. Zhou, though, what's that? 12.2 against the... Yeah, so 1.5 seconds down, really. I think we're going to struggle to get them both into Q3. So, I'm going to need to know what you think about this as we go into Q2. Zhou isn't going to make it. Zhou's going to have to think of something.
Radio check. Copy.
Hunter Corney's think is a lot less confident about our goals. I'm a little bit less confident about our goals as well. Let's send Zhou out now. Right, session paused. Now, Bottas's tyres are just overheating, but there's not much we can do about that. The only thing we can do is fiddle with the front wing. It's going to reduce, it's going to bring our traction down, but it may help with cornering. Just a tiny little fiddle. We'll see how he goes. Yeah, we'll confirm that. And send him out. See how this goes. And of course, we're going to get halfway through the lap, and Bottas is going to say, my tyres are overheating, and the engineer's going to go, okay. But this is what we're living with in qualifying. Zhou seems fine, though. Zhou's not complaining. Let's have a little look at these as well. Yeah, Zhou's not overheating in the same way. Bottas is the person with the tyre troubles, and that's the thing we're going to have to remember during the race, that maybe he's suffering a little bit. 111.5, that's still nowhere near what Verstappen was doing last session. Yeah, while this is going on, I'll do what the poll Aiden says. Do people enjoy Monaco? Not Monaco in the game, but in real life. Hopefully this will be more exciting than Monaco in real life. But again, we've got to deal with the lack of overtaking either if we're not doing that well. Right, Zhou is in 7th right now. How are we going to deal with Zhou? Probably new tyres for him. And Wild Max. New for Zhou. New tyres, release him at the right time. So again, I think avoid the traffic. The ramp up of grip isn't that high. It's a little bit high. It's really hard to see, but there is a slight elevation in this orange line, which is track grip. both Ferraris and a Mercedes still haven't gone out, so Zhou could be bumped down even further. Let's just see where we are. Donald says I'd rather see Monaco go from the schedule than Spa. Agreed. Okay, McLaren's are suffering. We're still in 6th. Just crank it down to here. Wow, really rinsing through these tyres. These are the ones we're currently on for Zhou. I'm going to stick him on a new compound. Bottas, I think we're fine with these tyres. So nearly 50-50 on the Do You Enjoy Monaco. 52% against 47%. A bit of a rounding error in there somewhere, but there's a 1% that I think don't care. Let's assume. We need to get out. We need to get out there. This is going to put us right in the middle of traffic. I'm a bit concerned about. Let's find out, I guess. Let's get these sector times open. Let's see how we do. Here we go. They're all coming out now. Oh, they're all coming out now. Well, Joe, you're just going to have to deal with it. Yep, this is bad. This is bad on my part. Not going to lie. That was my fault. And Joe is very much in the drop sector. That is how we screw Joe. That is how we lose a lot of money as well. Yep. Pain. Absolute pain. Very big Ferrari moment there. I missed... we missed this window here and we should have just waited to go with everybody else. There's a yellow flag flies in sector 2.
A crash. Sounds like a single car. Let's have a look. Okay, so there we have the Alpine.
See what happens to Ocon. Classic.
That crash is terrible news for the team.
Brevian says, go last. Always a gap for the last 2 cars. Yeah, we actually, to be fair, in qualifying, we've generally been aiming for this slot. So maybe next Q3, let's try and get in this gaggle. Yeah, that's bad. That's unfortunate and definitely not helping this morale issue we got with Zhou. Nonetheless, on to Q3. Actually, before we do that, how are we feeling about... Oh, look, his confidence is well up on this. Okay, the little tweak we did to his setup, just the little front wing adjustment, worked a treat. All right. Look at this. People want to be out right here, don't they? So I'm going to do my usual. I'm going to send him out on the fresh tyres. Right away, get a little baseline. For Bottas. And see where we are. A lot of love for Baku in the chat. We're going to be there next. We're just going to have to like fight hard. We got stuck behind Magnussen. Yeah, we're going to have to probably get on the old struggle bus in Monaco. I think we're going to get stuck behind quite a few people. All right, let's see where everyone shakes out and see how far up we can get Bottas. So far, last. Continues to be last. Last. Very much last. So. Okay. So someone earlier in the chat, can't remember who you were, sorry, said we should try and get into the end of the queue. So let's see if we can do that. Let's get some fresh soft tyres on, why not, while we're here. Give it everything we got. While we're just, I'm just going to one-time speed. Fill up my kettle. Hopefully not miss the window. Hopefully you can still hear me while I'm turning away. Not going to be able to do this without a cup of tea. Right. Now? You're saying now? 152. Yeah, all right. There's a nice gap behind Magnussen, so hopefully no one just pops out in front of us. Let's go on board. I'll wind it down to 2 secs in a sec, and we'll see how our sector times compare. Here we go. A classic Bottas lap. Don't think it really gives you much of an impression of like whether we're kind of understeering or oversteering from the cockpit, but not improving in our first sector. So we could end up 10th and 11th here. Second sector, any better? We are improving. Okay, okay. 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 So, oh no, we're up to 7th. We're up to 7th. That was a bit of a delayed jump up. Okay, so we're starting 7th and 11th. How far behind were we? 9, 10, well, 1 second. We were 9 tenths behind here. We were half a second back here, yeah. Oh no, sorry. You know what? I'm going to stop saying words. Words are just troublesome.
Final preparations are underway.
Alfa Romeo
Right.
managed to meet
Right.
expectations.
Shut up, you guys. Shut up. We're too busy. We've got to choose our strategy here. Okay. I'm going to show you the 3 strategies we have available. We're going to pick which strategy we want for both cars. Let's start with Bottas. Strategy A is take the soft tyre to about lap 29 and then switch on to the hards for the rest of the race. Bearing in mind we have no new softs, so you can see that the soft tyre does not start from maximum performance. It actually starts a little bit further down. Plan B, similar, but we start on the medium tyre. We push like hell before. So basically, essentially, we get a little bit more pushing ability on both tyres. I'm just going to put the poll up now, actually, before you start. Bot strat. So you can hear this. A, B, or C before we continue to talk through these. Now, bear in mind, Bottas struggled with tyre temperatures, particularly on the soft tyre. So I think we probably need to stay away from the soft tyre with Bottas in particular. Overtakes are going to be very hard, so we're going to maybe need to outfox them by going maybe long, which might be why strategy C might be best for at least one of our drivers, where we can take the hard tyres all the way to lap 52 and then run softs, maybe mediums, depending on how we feel about them, to the end of the race. But these hards we should be able to push a little harder. So I'll leave you guys to decide how we feel about that. 200 odd votes are in so far, with 77% going for B. That's going to be hard to overhaul, isn't it? I definitely think we should avoid starting on the soft tyre, though. I think we just need to put in some solid laps and maybe outfox people through the pit stops. I think with B, we have the ability to do an undercut on this strategy as well. So, with about 250 votes, it looks like B is the one. So off we go with strategy B. We can adjust this during the race if we want to. So we're not locked into that. That is just our strategy plan. And we can also... I'm going to fire these up because I'm just going to fire these up to make sure they're pushing at the start of the race. I'll turn these down once we're halfway through the first lap. Right, now, Joe strat. I think I just typed Joe strat in the chat instead of in a poll. Right, Joe strat. A, B, C. He's starting from 11th. We're going to try and move him up into the points. Don't forget we are... I think both of our drivers need to be in the points to win one of our sponsor bonuses. I'll have a little sip of tea while you're choosing what's going on. A lot of people going for C from the beginning. Go long on the hards. Yeah, if Zhou doesn't lose positions at the beginning, if he's a little bit slower on the hards, that shouldn't be too much of a problem until we get to the pit stop crossover phase, because he can hold drivers back. He will be undercut by people who are on the sort of plan A, plan B kind of strategy, but maybe we'll be able to come back at people at the end of the race. Some people saying hard, then medium. Some people are saying B reversed, which is hard, then medium. Okay, so it's looking like strategy C is the way for Zhou, like this. And we could switch this to a medium at the end, which I think we could push on a bit better and do a stronger undercut with, perhaps. So, but we'll discuss that halfway through the race. In fact, if I just show you, I'm not going to change it now, but the medium. So we need to start thinking about whether we want to do a medium at about as we approach lap 45. Lap 45 would be a good time to switch to the mediums if that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to update that strategy. That's our default strategy. But if we want to switch to the mediums, that gives us 7 laps earlier on the pit window. Cool. Otherwise, everything's fine. I'm not going to mess about with the fuel. We did that once. It didn't go well. Monaco's a bit weird. With Bottas in particular, we're not going to be able to push as much on the tyres, so we need to be able to push on the fuel, so let's not underfuel anyone. And let's move on to the Monaco Grand Prix.
We have beautiful blue skies overhead as the drivers line up on the grid.
So,
it's time for one of the most exciting races in the world. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And we're off. Bottas fighting to pass Gasly to get to P6. I think he's not going to hold on to that as Gasly goes around the outside. Zhou down opposition to 12th. That's my favourite Bottas soundbite. Don't need to see that again. Okay. And let's just turn down these tyres immediately.
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy.
Where's Zhou is here. Right then. And so the race begins. Now, Zhou does have new softs. Ironic Christian was what I was going to answer. God, this is really loud in my ear. One sec. I'm going to try to turn down my ears and see if you can still hear me. Is that... When I turn that knob, did that affect the sound that you're hearing? Just tell me if it suddenly got a lot quieter as we look at Bottas. Didn't affect your sound? It's still fine? Oh, that's good, because it was really loud in my ear. That's fine. Good. Mix is still good. Great. Hello. Bottas getting a bit feisty. Right, we're going to crack it up to our usual 2 times speed. Otherwise, we'll be here all night long trying to do 2 races, as well as all the inter-race stuff. And we need to just, right, we're going to just stop. Oh, God, let's just turn all this stuff down. Jeez Louise. So we can push Zhou on those tyres a little bit more for now. All right, what are we thinking here? We've got 78 of these laps. We're going to be looking at Gasly's rear end for a little while. But now we have got DRS, so if Bottas is feeling a little bit feisty... he is slipping back a bit, isn't he? But we don't want to push him too hard. Right, while this is going on, in case you haven't seen this game or you haven't watched my streams before, quick reminder, these coloured lines in our strategy are the kind of expected tyre wear, starting at, maximum tyre performance and dropping down. The white line will give us our actual tyre wear as we move through the laps. So far, we're doing fine, but you'll start to see over time if we're wearing less above the line or wearing more by going below the line. So far, so good. We're not closing in on Gasly just yet. Go quick in dull racing with the people who live east of our time zone. Okay, Billy. We'll do the first few laps at 2 times speed and then see how we go, and then maybe we'll speed up towards the pit windows to see if there's anything that can be done there, because yeah, there's a chance we could be just watching the rear end of Pierre Gasly for quite a while. For some people, that's a joy. For others, not so much. Right, while this is going on, what's Zhou doing? Alright, well, he's pulling away from Sonoda and just chilling out behind him. Again, we've got to kind of work out when and if we want to push. Let's have a little look, see if we're feeling like we can make any headway on Ocon. If it looks like it's possible, then we'll start maybe asking to push the engine and stuff. How's Zhou doing on the old tyres? He's doing all right. How's he doing on the old tyre temperatures? Yeah, both of them okay at the moment. Cillian, thank you so much for the super chat. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. Hopefully that 499 will get us onto the podium again. We'll at least need to get some points, don't we? My goodness me. What tyres are the others on? Yeah, let's have a little look at what we're up against, actually. So a lot of people started on softs. I mean, Zhou is on hards and keeping up with the soft cars. So perhaps we're going to be able to make up a lot of places once the cars in front of us pit. Bottas on the mediums, yeah. So well, I'm sorry you don't like the game, Glassy, but you don't have to watch if you don't enjoy it. Me and Chat have been having a nice old time working together on some strategies to try and jump some of these cars and get some wins. And I'll remind you that our current championship position is 5th in the drivers and 3rd in the constructors, though we are losing ground to Mercedes and Hamilton at the moment. What are max tyre temps? Max tyre temps, well, they can go as hot as you like, really, but each tyre is the harder tyres can get hotter. The softer tyres don't like being as hot, so you want to keep them a little bit less hot. I don't actually know what the exact temperatures are, but you'll see as they approach the higher bad end of their temperatures, these temperatures will start to go yellow, then orange, then red. So far, they're doing fine. So I'll go back to Bottas for a minute. Ooh, B Pendragon. Thank you again for your super chat. Thoughts on today's quali? I mean, I thought Ferrari would, going into the session, I thought Ferrari would do better than they did. I'm glad they actually did turn up by the time we got to sort of Q2. I think the flares that got chucked on track, I was not a fan of. If you are at a track, I mean, if you go to a race, any race, don't chuck anything on the track. But especially flares, especially things that are dangerous. Goodness me. Mercedes think they were denied a high grid slot. Maybe they were. They were doing PBs. I don't think they were denied pole though, and I don't think Verstappen was gifted pole by those flares. I think tomorrow's race is going to be a little bit dull, but let's hope Ferrari can actually at least challenge to give us something interesting to think about. Right. Put it into 4 times. Let's see how we're approaching. Yeah, let's speed this up a little bit. Just a little quick check on Zhou. Yeah, he's... yeah. Let's put on to 4 times for a bit. Let's see how we get on. Oh, sorry, Ed Windover. I'm assuming that everyone who came here had already seen qualifying. Now, I don't normally do 4 times on this channel, but I think we need to get through to the first pit windows here, and then we can start fiddling about. I'm just wondering about Zhou at the moment, and if we need to kind of like... He's got some... I'm going to push him on the engine for a little bit, just seeing if he can use that extra power to kind of push on, but Ocon ahead has also got DRS, so we're a little bit concerned about that. So at the moment we're just watching these drivers see if they get through their tyre wear. The soft tyres, I think, we're expected to go through about here. So we've got another 11, 12 laps before we're expected to see the people on the soft tyres making their stops. Don't underrate the pace used on hards if you're attacking aggressive. Pace drops off to 15% if you're attacking. My worst mistake was conserving. Fair enough. Bottas could actually stand to push his mediums a little bit here. See how we're above the line there? Let's... Actually, I'm gonna save that a little bit, and I'm gonna start pushing as we get towards these pit windows, because I'm not sure he's going to overtake Gasly. Bloody hell, Zhou went through the fuel quickly, didn't he? Whew. Whew. Good lord. That was wasted. That was wasted on everybody. All right. Let's focus in on Bottas. Can he get past Gasly if we up the fuel, if we put DRS into... Let's do a bit of harvesting. Let's just get this up to up this high. Then maybe we'll do a lap. We'll push on fuel. We'll push on ERS and see what he can do with himself. I'm going to get to about here, and then I'm going to switch his ERS over and see if he can just do something down here and then maybe around here. And then...
Overtake available.
Very aware, thank you. I kind of missed that window a little bit. We'll do it on the next lap. We will do it on the next lap. Let's get him around. Oh god.
Virtual safety car. Floppy.
Okay, virtual safety car. Here we go. I'm going to ignore, and then I'm going to pause. It's the worst timing. It is the worst timing. I don't think we can do anything from here because we'd have to switch to a two-stop. There's no tyre that's going to get us to the end. Yeah, I think ignore. Everyone ignore. No reason to pit. Pit Bottas. No. I think let's just conserve for the moment. Tyres are getting a little warm, you say?
I think that was a crash.
Oh, let's see what
take a
Ocon crashed
closer look.
again. Oh, bloody hell, we nearly hit. Was that us? Okay, we're okay. Tyres are getting a little warm, he says. Well, this will give us a nice period to cool down. Okay, while we're waiting for the train, now we've got to wait for virtual safety car to be ending, and then we'll turn it all up again. Let's have a look here. Hopefully it'll give us plenty of warning. I think the game will go back to 1 speed as well when it happens. Virtual safety car still going. I mean, where the hell is Gasly? How did we lose this much speed to the car in front? Virtual safety car ending soon. Right, let's crank this back up. And let's close that gap. We were looking at doing some overtaking, and Bottas has poorly managed this virtual safety car. Zhou also just...
Yes,
oh no,
I
Ocon
think
was ahead of Zhou, wasn't he? And he crashed, so...
You're good to push.
Copy that.
All right, back to 2 times for a second. Let's just see where we are. Bottas, for goodness sake, close the gap. My God, man. Never conserve on virtual safety car. The drivers lose pace. That's stupid, isn't it? That shouldn't be the way. Either way, off we go again. And our Bottas's tyres, yeah, let's push these a little bit. Let's close him back up to Gasly. And let's keep an eye on... Now we got some... Let's get some gaps up. So Bottas is 2 seconds back. Zhou is 5.6 seconds back. Let's see if we can close that up a little bit. We'll make up some ground. Yeah. Yes. Now we're doing it. Bloody hell, they run through the fuel quickly, though, don't they? Goodness me. Okay, we've got to remember, if we up the fuel, they really do munch through fuel here at Monaco somehow. And here we are, closing the gap back up. Let's go back down to that. What's Zhou doing? Zhou's still got some time, so let's see how he manages. His tyres are fine. We can push a little bit longer.
ERS enabled.
Yeah, back. DRS is back after the virtual safety car. Let's just keep... I'm just going to... How are we doing on... Okay, so in a few laps, the pit window is going to open up for these soft people, as we're calling them. It may have extended a little bit, because I think we had about, what, 1 lap under the VSC? If Bottas lot and tyres go long... Yeah, that's true. So I'm keeping him on standard for now, and he's stuck behind Gasly. I'm going to give him a little bit of a push when the 2 ahead of him come in, as they will do on soft tyres, just to see. We'll do like a couple of laps of pushing. Just see if we can make a little bit of a gain on them. At present, we are a little bit faster than them. We did manage to close up the gap pretty easily, so hopefully we can do an overcut. And once they're in... Hello, we've had a crash. Hello, we've had a crash. Doesn't seem to be a safety car of any kind. Who is it?
We've just had a crash on the
Schumacher.
track. We can take a look now. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Mm-hmm. Classic
Dear
understeer.
me, they won't have been expecting that.
Oh, they're still going. Okay. That's why there's no...
And that was a bitter blow for the team.
That's it.
And it may have
That's
really
it.
hurt
Tap your laptop.
their
That'll
overall
help fix things.
chances.
All right. So, soft tyre people are down to about 40% on tyres. Zhou is still closing in on the cars ahead. So we've got a little bit of pace in our cars at the moment. We've got a little bit of pace. We've got the chance to overcut here. And make up some places. The soft tyre people should be stopping soon. Let's keep an eye on them. But meanwhile, Bottas, I think, has an opportunity. Like as you said, I think he can run a few laps longer. Zhou is now caught up, so let's turn him down a little bit. And passed. Wait, I was a back marker. Sorry, that was a back marker. Push Bottas. ERS with Bottas. Well, they're not in yet, are they? Let's go back to the map view. Gasly getting away now, isn't he? So let's get overtaking on that. Let's do a little bit of push, see if we can get past Gasly. Let's go into Bottas cab for a sec. Zhou isn't caught up. No, you're right. Zhou is not caught up. Right, let's see if this can... Just give him a little bit. Let's see if we can do a little bit of something up down this straight. There we go. Get that back down to neutral. All right. We're now ahead of Gasly.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo. Here's the replay.
You know what? We saw it on board.
Now
Let's see it
watch
from
this.
outboard.
The Alfa Romeo involved in this one.
Bada boom.
They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent.
Okay, Hamilton up ahead. Zhou is... Let's have a look at last lap. Zhou is... He's a bit slower than Magnussen now. What are our tyres situation? Okay, okay. We'll have a think about that. Right, what are we guys saying? How is Latifi always so far back in the game? Well, you know what? 2022 Latifi, not the best Latifi. He's not been the best driver we've ever seen. It's getting a bit dark in this room. Okay. We're not getting into our pit windows yet. Look at these tyres. Now we've got things to think about. I mean, look at us. We're coming into our pit window soon. And here we go. Verstappen's in the pits. Just Verstappen. I need to turn up these lights. I'm gonna. There we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? It's not very gamery, but I can actually see. Hamilton in the pits, Gasly in the pits. Right, let's let's do a little bit of pushing. Just for a couple of laps. And our pit window is coming up. When we cross the finish line, our engineer is going to say, oh, we're in our pit window now. And we're going to take it a little bit further than the yellow line. Pit window in 1 lap time. Bottas push. We're pushing. We're fueling. We'll do some deploying. Gonna balance this out. Yep. There we go. Told you we'd say our pit window. Hey, I mean, Leclerc being our way isn't helpful, but hopefully he's fast enough that he doesn't impede us. I'm gonna crank him up in a second. I know that we're gonna drop. Let's just. Okay, I think he's gonna pull away. But if we can get past him on the main straight like we did with Gasly, then that will help us with our overcut. Could be close. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, not quite. Let's neutralize that as well. Gasly has dropped in front of Zhou, so let's have a little look at the interval. Okay. As we head... Yeah, we're still doing fine on that. Let's just keep pushing Bottas for now. Full send. Search for clear air on pick exit. We can still go long with Bottas depending on track position. Right, while this is going on, right, I'm not gonna pit, but what I'm gonna do, if I press the pit button, what we're aiming to switch to hards, and then so we're gonna lose about 23 seconds. That's fine. So if we go to leader, this makes it easier. So 11.5, 23 seconds from that is 31, 34 and a half. So we're going to pop out behind Gasly still. Which is annoying, actually. Which is a little bit annoying. We kind of want to be here. So we're not pulling away from Gasly right now. In fact, what's our lap times? 1:15.6. Gasly's doing 1:15.8. We're kind of in a little bit of a bind here. Let's we need to turn that down again. Sainz has pitted, not again, but for the first time. Let me just... Yeah, Leclerc has pitted. Leclerc pitted once. I'm pretty sure... I thought Sainz was the one ahead of us. Right. Sorry, let's have a look at our gap now. 30... 9 plus 32 plus 32 plus 23 is 32, so we're kind of... It's going to be close to Gasly. How are we doing in terms of lap times? 1:16.2, 1:16. So we are... God, it's going to be tight. How are we doing on tyres? We can go a little bit further. The further we go, the more we can push during our hard stint. How are we doing against Hamilton, who's pitted? Hamilton's doing 1:15.6, so it was sort of... So what's that? I mean, yeah, we're not going to beat Hamilton, are we? Plus 3 laps, Aiden says. Try for a safety car. I mean, that is true. It's getting a bit dark, isn't it? Yeah, we're in a cloudy phase. We're entering a cloudy part. Quick check on Zhou. Clean air. Having a lovely time. How's his laps? 1:16.8 compared to Bottas. Yeah, he's not going really fast, is he? We have to worry about Zhou a little bit later on. Okay, back to Bottas. We're in this crucial window. Only one more lap, some people are saying. I think you're right. I think you're right. So let's go round. Actually, Yeah. Let's go around one more time. We'll go full send. Turn up the old, what's it? Turn up the tyres. We're probably going to rinse through the tyres at this rate. Let's harvest that. But let's go. Let's pit. Yeah? Box, 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 box. Seems about right, doesn't it? I normally ask you, but I think it's now, isn't it? And we're going on to the hards. Pit this lap. And I'm going to just harvest until we get to the old. Let's deploy again. Free neutral. Okay. Let's see how we get on compared to everyone else. Let's go to our usual normal speed. Right, here we go. In we come. Very slow pit lane. We are fighting Gasly, who is here on the map. Here he comes. Looking good. Hamilton also. I mean, it's looking good, isn't it? But we've still got a slow exit to navigate. It's Hamilton and Gasly now coming down the back straights. Looking good. Hamilton could still be a threat. There he comes. I think we've jumped him. Move over, Bottas. Block him. There we go. There we go. We have jumped them both for now. And we need to turn all this crap down.
A little bit of lift off.
Standard for now. Okay. Well done. Well done. We should be happy with that. We are up to 5th. What's everyone else on at the moment? Everybody on hard tyres now, except our hard tyres are healthier than everyone else's. So, we should be able to push harder. We should be able to go longer. Everyone else is going to have trouble. Well, depending on how good they are on their tyres, everyone else should struggle more in this, whatever, last 10, 15 laps. And maybe we can make hay with that. Because as you saw, we can overtake. Having said that, we are 13 seconds behind Perez. So let's just turn into a big block machine for now. Right, let's have a look at what Zhou's up to. Now, tyre-wise, Zhou's one of the few who hasn't pitted because he's on strategy C, as I think Norris is, as I think Vettel is. God knows what these guys are up to. I think they will... Good luck to them. Good luck to whatever the hell they're doing. Well, Schumacher crashed. Oh, they both crashed, didn't they? They crashed. They crashed. They came in early. Their strategy's screwed. Whatever. So, Zhou, Norris, Ricciardo, and Vettel, and Stroll, all on Strat C. Let's turn it up to 2 times. Zhou's pit window is way in the future. We've got, we've got 10 laps before we enter the window. We've got 13 laps till the ideal pit stop time. If we want to, in fact, let's have a little look at this. If we want to change this to a medium, we might not have to. If we want to change to a medium, not wet, we want to think about it about lap 46. Okay? If. So have a little think about that. Have a little think about that as we continue to... Let's see. Bottas still blocking Hamilton. Zhou still blocking Alonso. The trick we've got to pull here is... There's another crash. Again, we're not into a really decent pit window. Only yellow flag at the moment. I'm just going to keep it at normal speed until we're absolutely sure we're not getting a safety car.
There's been a crash.
Oh, there goes Stroll. He's on our strategy.
So this was the Aston Martin.
Bit heavy into turn 1. There he goes. Is he
Thank
out?
goodness nobody else was involved.
Looks like he's
That
out.
was a big crash. The team are devastated.
Quick,
They'll be
to the
questioning
laptop.
just
How do we
what
uncrash?
happened out there.
All right, yellow flag period over. Right. So that would have been a bit early for us to switch to mediums. We could have done it, but it would have been having to like really nurse everything to the end. So I'm quite glad that wasn't a safety car, because it would have put us in a really tricky position. Now let's do a bit of harvesting on Bottas because we still haven't got a lot of his battery power back from our hammer time. Okay, Zhou's possibly going to lose this position at some point. How's Bottas doing now? Bottas is holding up both of them, but you know, maybe he can do that for the next 39 laps. Show ERS. Yeah, should we do a bit of defending for a couple of laps? See how we get on that. Maybe let's burn some fuel as well. How are we doing on tyres? Let's not burn those. In fact, let's just do an aggressive for a little bit. If we can just pull out the DRS zone. Oh, Stroll did survive. Stroll's in the pits. Everyone is still going. Stroll on the medium, so that's not going to be his last stop unless he's... God knows what. Thank you. He got out of the way in the tunnel. That's good. We need to go to that. Yeah, Zhou's pulled out a nice gap there, so let's turn his tyres down. Let's turn this down to neutral. Bottas, how are you doing? You've pulled out over 1 second, Carbo. Right. You want to go show medium? All right, let's... All right, we don't need to... So we've got 1, 2, 3, 3 or 4 laps. I'm going to put a little poll.
Overtake available.
Zhou. Final stint, and I'm going to say medium or soft. And you can decide. Bottas is harvesting. Thank you very much.
Mode race.
And I'm going to give him a little bit of a push on his fuel just to get him ahead of Hamilton, but let's try and remember that. I'm going to keep an eye on it right now. Bottas, 3 seconds to Sainz. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Let's make sure we're within striking distance when all the tyres start. When we start having our tyre advantage, because we've still got a good 6% over him. But we are wearing through quicker, aren't we? So let's see how that goes. Right, neutralise that. If you go medium, you need to push hard now. All right, people are saying medium. Let's just pause that there. So, all right. All right. Let's push like hell. I'm going to put a little bit on this as well. Let's see how we go with that. Coming up to some awful traffic. I'll try and control this manually as we get to like key zones. So let's just deploy it down here and up the hill. Just get a little bit of a gap going. I'm going to make this go to about -1 lap and then stop that because there's only so much you can really do. I'll maybe wait till we got to the end of the old thing and then I'll... Okay, we've pulled out a bit of a gap. That's good. Let's balance that out again. There we go, straight past. Push, 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 push. How's this going? God, we've got so much to give. Okay. Right, hang on. Let's actually officially change this to medium so that our strategist actually knows what the hell we're doing. How about that? How's that look? I'm going to put that in there now, and then let's just have a little look at... I'm going to drop this down to 1 time, just so we can look at this. So... Pit options. So we're going on to the mediums. 23 seconds. That's fine. So we're looking at 63... Oh, it's hard. Now we can't tell. Let's, is there any way we can tell what's going on? Okay. Oh, I can't add these all up. This is nonsense. Actually, this is fine. This is fine because we can do this with intervals. So 41 plus 23 seconds, which is length of pit stop, is 63. He's on 62. ERS battery empty. Whoops. 1 second. Muck that up, didn't I? Let's harvest that.
More charge.
Copy.
Yeah, still okay for now. Sorry, I'm doing a lot here. Bear with me. Right, Joe. Gap to the leader. So gap to the leader, 65 seconds. It's going to be here because Kevin Magnussen is a long way behind. So we're going to be just behind Lando Norris. Lando Norris still has to change his tyres. So we'll come out behind him. Lando Norris will change. We'll be back in the points. We're going to be net 10th. Whew. That was harder than it needed to be, wasn't it? Okay. So let's spin on. Put this back to neutral for now. How's our tyre temps? Okay, we're pushing them a little bit. Let's just drop this down just to keep the tyres not too hot. So we can actually still perform. How's our... we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Push again. Wait for lap 48. Yeah. So we're going to come out behind Norris, which will make us 11th. Norris will pit. That will make us 10th. Box, 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 box. I think we've got to do it. I think we've got to box. This is it. This is our thing. Right. Pit options. Get onto the new mediums. Pit this lap. May as well just push like hell. Push, push, push. Deploy. And see how we do. Bottas is... let's have a look at the old interval while we're here. Okay, Bottas is being hounded by Gasly and Hamilton right now.
No overtaking.
Copy.
That's fine. We'll go neutral on that. Probably should go harvest, to be honest. But... oh no! Well, I'm so sorry. That was... okay, so we've pitted Bottas for no reason.
Box. Now we box. Now.
Right. Well. Right. Right. Wow, this has changed the complexion of the race, hasn't it? Okay, so we went to pit Joe. We pitted Bottas. We're about to pit Joe. I mean, what do we even say at this point? Oh, God. I let you guys down. I'm sorry. You had this all under control. I pressed the wrong button on the radio. I said box, box, box. Bottas came in. Now we've just got to keep our eye on Joe, I guess, as he comes in. Oh, my Lord. Right. What can we say? What can we say? I've got nothing to say. Absolute farcical behaviour. Ah! Yep. What I did, I looked away from chat. I started talking to a Ferrari strategist. They told me to box Bottas and really should have just paid attention to you guys. Right. Attack. Let's see what we can do from here. We're now 11th, 9th and 10th. What tyres? We can't even push that hard because these mediums are...
We need to get these tyres to last. Copy.
Might as well harvest show for now. What are we doing with our lives? Good Lord. Right, what do we do now, guys? What do we do now, guys? What do we do now, guys? Joe's still got... Joe's... Well, we're both in the points. We're both in the points. Right, so Joe's got a long way till the next car, who is us. Bottas has got a long way till the next car, who is Russell. Tyres situation is as follows. Everyone ahead of us is on hards, so just aggressive this. Let's have a look, see how we're doing. Let's just go a bit faster for a sec. Let's just to see how our lap times are compared to everyone else, and see if we can at least edge our way forwards. Bottas is pretty fast. Joe is 116. Joe is not particularly fast, so thank you, Ewan. Right. Let's just have a look at intervals and see. Let's just focus. Right, let's focus on Bottas. See if we can get close to Russell. If we can get close to Russell, let's see if we can pass Russell. Keep an eye on tyre temps. Okay, we're not getting too hot. Keep an eye on tyre wear. It's not going too badly. 3 seconds. 2.5 seconds. Where is Bottas? Okay, we're coming. Okay, we are approaching. We are approaching. This is our last kind of ditch. Joe's tyre temperatures. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. This temperature, this doesn't tell us that it's too hot. This tells us that it's just going to use more tyre temperature. All right. Woo. Let's just slow it down a bit. Okay. So let's just crank up the volume and see if we can get past old Russell. If not here. If not here. Oh, it's this bloody back marker in the way. Get out of the way. I'm assuming Latifi. Okay, maybe down the pit straight. We're pretty good at passing on the pit straight. We haven't really caught. We have caught up to him. Okay, here we go. 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 We're pretty good at this meter. If we can get past Russell, then we can focus on Alonso. He's just up the road. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Are we ahead? We are ahead. Okay. Let's turn this down. Let's go back to neutral.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Balance this up again and let him catch him. Let's catch Alonso naturally. Let's make our way through. Right, on our new tyres. Once we get past Alonso, I think that's it for us. Because I don't think we're going to get to Gasly in the next 18 laps. So Bottas. Oh, we're already there. We're already there. Back to Bottas cam. So let's push. Let's deploy. Here we go. Down the pit straight. Another classic Bottas maneuver. Alonso's not thrilled about it. It's fine. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. Go back to neutral so we can at least do some harvesting. We'll just hassle him all the way around the lap. We'll go back. We'll have another crack at it. Once again, so sorry we're now fighting for 7th instead of fighting for 4th. Sorry I didn't look at the chat when I did it. I would have seen all of the screaming. I missed everything. Deploy. Oh, that was a bad exit. But no, oh, what a blockmeister! Good lord. Let's harvest. Turns out Alonso's pretty tricky to overtake. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? One wrong errant button and we're here stuck behind Alonso. Alright, harvest, harvest, harvest. I think we're as harvested as we're going to get, to be honest. Get ready to deploy again as we come round. Micromanaging every button press. Have another crack at Alonso, who's going to sweep across like kind of... Come on, outbrake him. That looks good. No! Back we go again. Just balance it out. Let's just balance it out and catch up. How are we doing on the old tyres? Okay, we're using a bit more tyre than I'd like, but just a little bit more tyre than I'd like. I think we're fine. Harvesting makes drivers so slow. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna hang behind him for a couple of laps. Gonna have to harvest for a little bit. Just standard for now. Let's just chill. Let's just chill. I'll spend a couple of laps just kind of like building all our crap back before we go for another little. Just got to watch out for Russell behind. Let's make that normal. Okay. Back in the game. Attack. Push. Overtake. Come on. Alonso's such a... Yeah, that's much more like it. There we go. Boom. Back to neutral. Back to balanced. Back to standard. Whew. We're up to 7th. We're saving a little bit of something from this. Zhou is in absolute no man's land. 20 seconds to the car ahead. 20 seconds to the car behind. Oh, man. Yep. Sorry, Cheems Bormger. I let us all down. So, I guess let's just keep an eye on Alonso, who might be coming back at us. I think that's it. I think we've got to take it to the end of the race. From here, hopefully we won't get hassled by Alonso too hard. I think we can push the fuel a little bit if we need to. But I think this is it. I think this is it for our race. Monaco, not the most exciting race, even in this game. Especially when you absolutely cock everything up like I did. And we've moved out of DRS range to Bottas. This is looking like an easy ride to 7th and 10th place. What was our sponsors? Fail, fail. That's going to be fine. For now, unless I pit Bottas again. 4 more laps to go after this. 5, 6, 7. We'll run it to the end. Pit show for fastest lap. Could do. Could do. Alright, when we get... Hang on, what do we need? Joe is here. So lap 70... Oh, okay, we'll do one more lap. And then we'll pit show. We'll pit show... No. Why no? There is a gap to show. Look, there's a 25-second gap. Pit stop takes 22 seconds. What's our sponsors again? 2 drivers in the top 10. Pole time. There you go. There's a pole for you. So, Zhou has got a 25-second gap. I can push him now. Maybe lengthen it out a little bit. 58%, yes. We'll get him on that soft tyre. But bearing in mind, we only get 258 grand if we finish both cars in the top 10. This one is fine. This one isn't affected. Okay, we're saying yes. We're saying yes. We're gonna do it. Let's just push. I'm not gonna push your fuel because I'm gonna need this fuel.
Copy.
I'm gonna need this ERS. Why not at this point? We've got basically brand new softs.
Box.
Why not? Why not just... Whoosh. Chat hasn't let me down before. So we're going to do 1 out lap, 1 fastest lap. We're going to have to manage this. We're watching the wrong car. At least we picked the right car. Yeah, we are pitting. Don't look. You've confused me now. He doesn't get 2 laps. He's a lap down. Where's the... Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. There's no point. He's a lap down. He only gets 1 more lap, so he's not going to be able to do it anyway. Sorry, chat. Oh, okay, he's pitting anyway. He's pitting anyway. He's not going to lose position, though. He was already in his, like, thing. Doesn't really matter. So, it might do, actually. Yeah, where's Verstappen in all this? So Verstappen's about to... Verstappen has just started lap 78. So we're about to start... So this is... Yeah, we're going to get another lap. We're going to get another lap. We're going to get another lap. We're fine. We're fine. We're on lap 76 out of 77. That's fine. Because Verstappen will cross the line and then finish the race, but we'll already be on our merry way. So, push like L. It's just... We got sectors? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Push.
More push, more push.
Deploy.
Copy.
Let's watch this lap of glory at normal speed. We head up. Didn't hit that apex very well. I don't know if the actual driving animation effects is related to the actual... Look at that, we did personal best on our outlap. That's how cool we are. Come on, Joe. Sector 1. Purple. Oh, yeah. I'm watching the fuel. I'm watching the fuel. Okay. Verstappen's coming around. He's about to finish. Bottas is also... I don't know. I think he's about to finish. I think he's been lapped as well. Sector 2, I think, ends around here-ish? I can't remember, but it's really close to the end. I think we're going to be okay for fuel.
Over the finish line and today's
Can't be
winner.
watching this right now. There we go. Purple again. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's at least get something. Oh, if we'd have ticked fastest lap, we would have got like $100,000. There we go. Fastest lap. Again, 2 in a row. Well, look, guys, we salvaged something from that absolute nightmare of me cocking that up, of Joe having a nightmare in qualifying. Our sponsor targets are a bit all over the place. If only we'd ticked fastest lap for race targets, but we didn't. Chat, you did great. You tried to warn me. I wasn't looking at you. I'm going to have to look at you more often when I click pit to make sure I'm pressing all the right buttons. Catastrophic error. Let's just zoom it through to the end. Who won that race? By the way.
This is a decent enough result.
Let's
here
keep an
for
eye on...
Valtteri Bottas.
Decent enough result. It isn't, guys. It isn't, guys. Don't celebrate. Okay, so Verstappen won. What does that mean for the drivers? So Verstappen's now in the lead, taking from Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is now under threat from Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz had a phenomenal start to the season, and now it's all falling apart. Constructors, Ferrari still in the lead, but only just. They are tied on points. Let's see, we are 12 points ahead of Mercedes still, but that was a real, like, we lost 4 points. Okay. All right, we salvaged a little bit. We got a point for fastest lap as well. We salvaged a mess. Whew. Well done, Kubitsu. You certainly were there. Good news is we didn't have to play that many driver bonuses because we didn't do that great. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. We still gained $4.5 million out of all that, which is about half of how much one of our facility buildings is costing us. Okay. Hooray! We built the memorabilia room. Hooray for us. Where's that? Is that in this one? Hooray! We're now attractive to teams, to people who want to, and our morale is up, so that'll probably be good. Okay, we know what happened in the Monaco Grand Prix. We don't need to think about it. We're still exceeding expectations, but that's not from Monaco. That is from other races we did. Blah, blah, blah. High-speed cornering of car 1 could be better. Yeah. Well, we've got our new floor coming. And we've got Baku coming up, which only has a couple of high-speed corners. Mostly has slow-speed corners. And the adaptability. Yeah, we know the adaptability of Zhou could be improved, but we're not. Hey, we got our front wings are built. Good. That's going to help with Zhou. I think he didn't make the best use of the fancy front wing we gave him. Let's actually go to car setup. So everybody has the new front wing now. Cars development. What's going on? So the underfloor we manufactured in 4 days. We can stick that on both cars. That's great. This research is ongoing. 8 days. Are we in a double header right now? Azerbaijan Grand Prix is in 9 days. Cool. So we'll have that research complete before we even have to think about anything. Right. Okay. We're not brilliant, are we? we're not great. I guess we're mid-pack. High speed is absolute crap, but our new floors should be fine with that. Okay, the board is happy with us. Some people are asking about the overall aims of this, by the way. Let's remind us, our season objective is 5th or above. We're currently 4th, so that's good. It says on target. I think we're 3rd. Yeah, we're 3rd, aren't we? Because we're ahead of Mercedes. So we are above target. Long-term objective is to be a podium contender. Score podiums in 25% of this season's races. So I guess that's saying we need to score podiums in 6 races. We've scored podiums in 2 races already. How many have we done? 7 races. So we're above 25% so far. Cool. We need a new rear wing. We're working on it. Important email. Front wing, low stock. Oh, if we didn't keep crushing into front wings. How many front wings we got? We got 1 more of these bad boys. We got 4 more of these bad boys. I think we're. The thing is, guys. We probably have a slot for designing, actually. No, we don't. We're using it on this. Okay. Once this research has happened, I think we'll have some design slots open up, and we'll be able to. Well, once all of this has happened, actually, in the next couple of days, we'll be able to start designing something and then manufacturing something. So let's just not do that just yet. Yeah, low stock. Yeah, I mean, this is the same email. Guys. You're emailing me about the same thing, Jan. Hooray! Tour center's open. Can't remember what that did. Boardroom. Hooray! Should we just have a quick look at what that... Underfloor. Oh, we have been building and building. Right. Tour center. What did that do? That gives us weekly income of 13,000 extra dollars. So that's going to pay for itself. I think, what would we say, in about 9 weeks. Memorabilia room. Lovely. Good. Okay, we're happy. We're doing another race, by the way. We're doing another race. Is the plan. So if you're sticking around for another race, that's what's happening. Okay, let's stick these underfloors on the cars. Boom, boom. In fact, let's just show our rank on the grid. So we're now up to 9th for high speed, which is a lot better than, I think, 17th. Let's 11th. No, okay, 11th to 9th. Fine, whatever. And as we go up to Azerbaijan, for top speed and low speed, we're 6th and 5th. We're 5th in DRS, top speed. We're 5th in dirty air cornering, low speed. So we're looking pretty good at the crucial elements for Baku. So let's try and aim high. What are you guys saying? Build one more so you have a spare for each driver. Yeah, so now we've got now we've done all that crap. Yeah, blah blah blah. What's this saying? Blah. Let's go to car part development. Let's see, we got if we can. Do we want to manufacture? Let's manufacture one more front wing. Oh. One more of those. And then in 4 days, I think. Great. Yeah, front wing manufactured, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, great, team hub. What I'm interested in is that, yes. So finished the research projects on the chassis. Drag reduction improved, engine cooling improved, airflow improved. That's pretty good. That means we could hopefully make some shit now. Great. Let's design some chassis. Now, you guys arguing over how much the whatever it was, the trophy room is actually going to get us. A bit unsure of how many hours we need to do on this. Let's do 2 of those. Let's crank this bad boy up. Let's design. How many hours we got remaining? 18 days. Let's do this. Invest all the hours. That's a lot of hours for our chassis. It's going to be good for our... It's not good for... Doesn't need a lot for us, does it? It's not gonna do... Just looking at this. Let's just drop this down a bit. Yeah, we're not getting loads out of this, are we? For all our chassis research. Use all of them or you use the rest. Connects. I mean, this is going to be for... Not getting loads out of this, are we? Yeah, let's... We did want some rear wings, didn't we? Let's have a look at this. Again, this is all marginal. I think front wings is what we want to... Rear wings is what we want to look at. Because I think that's where we're suffering. Yeah, this is going to cook us up here in the dirty air cornering. Research for next season is better for stats. Okay, I'm going to build one of these bad boys. Couple of these, normal approach. It's nothing. We don't need to manufacture anything. We don't have any new shit to make. I think we're fine. Use all the hours. Increase the hours, it'll get you a lot more gains. I mean, it's gone now. But tell me why. Tell me why. While I don't do that because it's already gone. But just tell me why. They reset. When do they reset? $18 days. If you don't use the rest within 18 days, they reset. I would only design the first half of the season, research the other half. Okay, check the ATR period. Okay, cool. Thank you. We'll, yeah, can't fiddle with that right now. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Ferrari strategy is better than Stewart. Outrageous. Okay, here we go. Let's let's put our focus onto sign Porsche. We tried to sign Porsche. He wasn't that interested. Look. I'll show you. Where is the guy? His patience is down. He wanted he's 72 though. Edit is possible. Are you saying I can edit? I can edit this. Edit projects, you're right. You're right. No, I can only do this. I can only put more engineers on it. It's not. $38 days. It's not really giving us. Wait. I'll put 3 engineers on it. That's all I can do. 4 then. People seem to love the engineers. That's fine. Azerbaijan. Performance targets. Okay. Qualifying. 1 driver into Q2. Easy. We could do that. That's not where we're going to suffer. Fastest lap. I guess we'll see. We still got to get a qualifying streak of getting both drivers into the top 12. We are 2 out of 4 on our hot streak. We've also got a new hot streak to do. So, qualifying targets. I'm still going to say both drivers into Q3, I think. I don't know. Both drivers into Q3? I'm going to ask. Drivers into Q3, 1 or 2. 1, 2. Very quick poll on this, so just like slam your votes in. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. I'm going to edit this in a sec. Let's just have a look at qualifying position. I'm going to say 1 driver, and then we're going to have a little poll on this. Okay, both 57% say 2 drivers in top 10. I mean, 54%. Going to give it 1 more refresh and see what it says. Edit performance, people are saying. Okay, I'll go back to the project in a sec. Okay. So we're saying 2 drivers for that. That's fine, right. I'll just do this one quickly and then I'll go back to the design project thing. 1 driver. So it's guaranteed 1 driver. So am I going to say 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th? So 8th will get us 135. 5th will get us 162. 2. So poll wisely. And then after this, I'm going to go back to the project. Because you guys say I can edit strategy. Most people saying 7. Could give it a few more seconds on that. These are going to be quick polls. I'm just going to see what the next update does and see how it refreshes. 43%. I don't know. I don't even have a watch, but I'm looking at it as if that's... Okay, it looks like it's going to be 7. Okay, 7. Blah. Okay, we'll do race targets in a second. Hopefully we can just do current projects. This one. Edit. What are we editing here? This one? What do you think we can edit? I don't think we can edit anything. There's nothing we can do here. I think you guys were confused. Okay. Race slot. Finish position. Let's do both drivers, because if we say 2 drivers, it gives us more points. 2 drivers finish at least 8th, 9th, 10th, or the safety option, 12th. There we go. What round are we on? This is round 8, I think. Yeah, this is going to be round 8 because we're on our 4th stream and we're doing 2 races a stream. Use a new engine for at least 1 driver. Yeah, I saw you talking about engines and I was already thinking like... I mean, both drivers are on their 2nd engine already. And we've only got 3 of them. So we're in race 8 out of 22. So... what are you guys saying? 10th position. Okay. Okay. And let's start a hot streak because we just did our last hot streak. So for our hot streak, we're going to do let's do 5 races in a row again. Let's do 1 driver. And hot let's not go crazy. Let's do 10 as our highest. No, let's do 9 as our highest. Let's be what? Actually, I'm gonna do. You're gonna think I'm mad. Okay. These are gonna be like slightly weird options. There you go. So for the next 5 races, we're gonna need at least 1 driver to finish 8th, 10th, 11th, or 12th at the lowest. So have a little look at that. So someone's saying use a new engine, then put it away again till Spa. At some point during this season, we're going to have to think about when we put in our new engine, and maybe Spa is the time when we know we can get some overtakes. Our drivers aren't too bad at overtaking, especially Bottas. Okay, so far you're saying we want to do 5 races in a row with at least a top 8 finish. Sorry, this is 1 driver. So that's worth 1.6 million to us. All right, you're saying 8th. 8th it is. Okay. Okay. Perfect. When we get there, we'll... In fact, let's stick the old engines in now. How's this one doing? 33%. Yeah, let's stick that in Bottas. 65. Okay, the older engine is in Zhou's car, so that's fine. We'll change that on Saturday. Again, right, remind you again, when we get to Saturday, after free practice 2, you got to shout at me, change Bottas's engine, just to make sure we do that.
Hello from Baku, where we're looking forward to a weekend of racing among the medieval and the modern. Here at the...
We don't need to hear Crofty. All right, let's just run free practice 1. See what they think. I've got to look at chat. Yeah, I do have to look at chat. That was my failure last time. Okay, well, once Joe is not very happy, is he? Not very happy at all. 8 tenths behind Bottas. Let's see how he feels about his setup. They're not great, are they? Not expecting any rain. Let's have a little fiddle with their setup. Mostly bad. Mostly bad. I mean, what do we do? There's no real obvious. Let's start this back a little bit. We still want our speeds. Just do it. Just fiddle with little fiddle with the wings. Let's see how we get. Braking stability. So let's camber and toe in a little bit. Oversteer bad. Let's crank this up a little. Let's just see how they like that. Focus on traction and straights. Give Joe more runtime in practice. Okay. We're going to change Bottas's engine. I remembered.
Here we are, back for another day of Formula One action.
It's now Saturday. Here we go. Bottas, stick your good engine in. Car parts. Engine. Stick you in. Yeah, while we're here, how are we doing? ERS is a bit exciting. We've only got 2 of these. May as well keep going with that. Okay, we're sort of running through these gearboxes as we should. That's fine. Let's go on to car 2. Let's just double check our... These are fine. Yeah, don't have to worry too much about that. Let's have a little look at their setups. What are you guys saying? Engine changes. Change both engines. That's true. That is true. Let's whack you onto the good one. The slightly better one anyway. Okay, we need to focus on traction and straights. Bad. So... it's not... just... angle out. That's okay. Let's focus on that. Okay, we need to just... that's got to ease them in, hasn't it? Why use a new engine for practice? Well, we're just in Saturday mode now. We need to kind of set ourselves up for the car they're going to be using in qualifying. Change to a better gearbox. Could do that. We could change the gearboxes for qualifying. I think. Might be a bit late now. I didn't even look at how they did. I'm so busy looking at you, chat. Now I'm looking at chat too much. Oh, he doesn't like that gearbox. Let's at least get him onto it. Undamaged gearbox. I guess because he's less than 40% now. I guess that's how it works. Let's at least stick him on that gearbox. Bottas is a bit more of a trooper than Joe is. Yeah, this gearbox is a bit knackered as well. Let's stick you on a brand new one. So give you the best opportunity you've got around here. 5th and 11th, 5th and 13th. Car setup is... oh my god. Just need a little bit of... something, don't you? Okay, braking stability we can not do that much about. Always the wrong way with that. Okay, talk to myself a little bit there. 13th. Show as usual, struggling a lot more than Bottas. Right, what are we expecting from traffic? A little bit of a double hump here, a little bit buttocky, but I think we should be right. This looks a little bit like that photo of Bottas. Joe, let's get you out there and at least get a feel for the track, because I think there's a chance of Russell finishing ahead of both Ferraris in the World Drivers' Championship in real life. The gap isn't too big, and with Mercedes getting better and Russell's and Francis Santis, it could happen. I don't think so. I mean, it could. I mean, Mercedes are improving, and Ferrari are not as much improving, but I just don't think we're going to get there with Russell or Hamilton, to be honest. Just double check we're on the right tyres, and may as well send Bottas out as well. See how he does. Q1 is normally pretty chill, thank goodness. We're not quite as on the bubble as real life Alfa Romeo, though I know some of the teams are going to outdevelop us in this season. And there's always a chance. Look at Bottas stuck behind Ocon. So Verstappen's doing 1:43. Zhou is 2 seconds back. Bottas 1.3 seconds back. It got a bit trafficky there, didn't it? So I say let's get them out. Let's start sending them out about here and just get them to avoid traffic. Let's just get them a nice clean lap, because I think they've got more in them than that. Didn't use that many tyres, so they're fine on the same tyres. Let's move it along a bit. We need to get to about there.
We've had a crash.
Oh.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now we see the Williams here. A definite.
I mean, that's a very Latifi crash.
That's very unfortunate.
That is a very Latifi crash. Right-ho. Let's send the lads out. Show first. Give him a little bit of space. And then Bottas. Hopefully they'll actually get themselves a little bit of space this time as everyone else comes in. Here they go. As Leclerc is now purpling. Hopefully Ricciardo's coming in. Nope. But he's not. He shouldn't be in out. We'll see. Hopefully Bottas is all right. Joe we got to worry about. They're both doing PBs. Bottas still PBing despite Ricciardo being in the way. Bottas 4th. Joe 12th, man. We can get Can we get Joe in and out again? Maybe we can get Joe in and out again just to bloody give him a chance. I don't want him falling out. We got some. I don't think the Williams or the Astons are going to beat him, but I don't know. Let's try it. You guys are saying try it. Let's just get him out at just the right time. Let's have a little look at. So if he comes out now, I mean, we just got to go. We just got to go. It's getting tight. It's getting tight. I think we should be all right. I think we should be all right. See how he does. Yeah, that's the checkered flag. Not a PB. Oh my god. Joe, you better do this. That was poor, Joe. That was poor. You weren't even in traffic. 143. Point. You were a long way off, my friend. You were 2 seconds off the pace. Yikes. What are we going to do with you, my friend? You had fresh tyres. I did put him out on an untested setup with 0 wing. Yeah, maybe. What of it? How are we feeling about that? Let's just not fiddle with it. Good lord. Okay. Okay. I'm not giving Kubica the seat. This isn't helping Joe's morale. I gotta say, he's got morale problems. We can't sack Joe. He's actually pretty good when things go his way.
And radio check, Valtteri.
Copy.
Okay. First lap on Bottas, see what he can do. And again, like, we can overtake here, so we might have to do some good managing on Joe through the race, and some good strategy. You guys are good at strategy. We're going to have to, like, push Joe into the points from 17th. First race, he was knocked out in Q1, and we did some good stuff with him. Bottas, 2/10 off Leclerc in this first run, so that's not too bad. Right, chat, tell me, do we want to stick Bottas out in this part, or do we want to stick Bottas out in this part here? So, in the gap, or I'll dial it down just so you can chat about it. In fact, I'll poll it. Bottas, second run, in the gap, at the end. If we do it at the end, we'll do it as late as possible. We'll try and like tag onto the bottom. We'll tag onto the end of the queue. Maybe get a little bit of slipstream. No second run needed. Of course, a second run needed. This is Q2, isn't it? Yes, Q2. Oh, maybe we don't need a second run. Well, we'll see what the poll says. Okay, poll says at the end. You know what? We got pushed down a lot last time. So I'm going to give him a second run on the same tyres. But, so we're not wasting a set of tyres. And we'll just get him on the end of the queue. Where's the old map? We'll see when they start coming out. End on old tyres. Slipstream. They're not coming out yet. They're not coming out yet. Here they start to come. Here they start to come. Some. Okay, let's... Out we go. Let's see how this goes. Let's get those sector times up. This could be a nightmare, but let's find out. Let's find out. Yellow flag in sector 1. Norris has crashed ahead of us. I mean, Ricciardo has crashed or spun ahead of us. That's
There's been a crash. Let's have a look. Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, that's not a good lap for us, is it? So Ricciardo having a nightmare. Oh, wow. He went into the barrier.
The team are really disappointed with that.
Yeah, let's go back to old Bottas and how are we doing? Are we... I guess we abort. What's the old lap times looking like? What did we just do? 36.4. Not great. Abort. Abort. That's fine. Right. What are our sponsor objectives again for qualifying? Reach Q2. No, we failed that one. 7th or higher. Okay, that's the important one. Before we get to... Oh my god, we've got to get both cars in the top 10 of the race. So that's... Right. Gonna have to pull out some serious stats during the race. Strats during the race. Okay. He's still not happy with the setup, is he? Oh well. Alright, we're looking for 7th place. Weather, sunny. It's getting a bit late. What time is it? Do we know what time it is? Yeah, it's 10 to 7 in the evening. We're going to have to see if we get a one stop to work for Joe. Well, we'll have to see how that comes out. Right, reconfigure. New soft tyres. Correct. Again, I think let's try and get us into this thing. Maybe not the complete back of the queue, though. Try and avoid any red flag or yellow flag incidents. Let's see what we got. I don't think we can afford to do the first run on the old tyres. I think we've got to just do as well as we possibly can. Okay, maybe a little slipstream behind Verstappen. Hopefully not too affected by the old dirty air through the middle. Let's see how we go. Coming around to complete our lap, and we are okay. We are okay. We're 7/10 off Verstappen, but we're ahead of both Mercedes, and Mercedes are our competitors. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Red Bulls and Ferraris ahead of us, but then there we are, best of the rest on our first runs. Now we need to just dial it down a bit. Get on a new set of softs. Oh, confirm. And be prepared to get out. So I'm gonna go when people start going instead of like right at the end of the queue. Oh, thank you, Wingcat. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. What are you guys saying? Fuel. Just dialing it down so I can read the chat. Fuel. Why are you guys shouting fuel? I don't know why you guys are shouting fuel. Our fuel is fine. Right? Okay, hang on. Woo! Cars are starting to go out. I think we need to be in it to win it. We're going to be in some part of the queue. Kind of towards the end. Alright, let's get those sector times up again. Here we go. We are at the very end of the queue. But we have got the slipstream. So let's see if that does anything for us. Let's hope nobody crashes this time. PB. That's good. PB again. That's good. Yep. As we're going to come across the line, dial up the tension. Well, nobody really changed positions that much. Russell had a nightmare. Okay, good. Good. 5th. Excellent.
Race day has arrived and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying. And if
yes,
they can keep this
we
up,
sort of did with one of our cars. And now we have to manage the strategy on both of our cars. We need to get them both into the top 10. Ooh. Okay. We can do a position gain on Okay. Here we go. Right, let's do one at a time. Let me just poll you here. So we're going to say, what position are we going to say Bottas position? He starts 5th, so let's just be optimistic and say 4th, 5th. I think Okay, well we can't do 5th because it's position gain. So we may as well do 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or shit, we have to do both, don't we? We have to do both, right? We can't just do one of them. Okay, in which case, I'm going to ask you if we're going to do it at all before we even get into this. Because if we do this at all, then we have to get Bottas at least 4th. So first poll, do we even do this? Because my thought in doing this was like, oh, we can make a lot of money on Zhou. But if we have to get Bottas into 4th place, that's a different story. All right, so far, Yes is winning. Yes is optimistic. I mean, I'm all for optimism. 50-50 now. 51-49. It's not decisive, is it? Yes is still winning. Go big or go home. Get Bottas to win. P3. Okay, I'm going to give it... I'm going to see what the next refresh on the poll is, and then I'm going to end it there. Gains outweigh the losses. Risk it for the biscuit. Okay, you're saying yes. Right, okay. In which case, second poll. Bottas position. 4th, 3rd. God, you know what? I'm going to get... These are the options we can do. And while you're voting for that, have a little think about where we're going to put Guan Yu, where we're going to put Zhou. I might do it in steps, so I might do like 16th, 14th, 12th, 10th. Okay, it's an easy 4th for Bottas. Right, Guan Yu Zhou then. I mean, Zhou Guan Yu. Zhou position. So 16th, 14th, 12th, or 10th. Now 10th is what we need for our other sponsor thing. Okay, so we're still aiming for 10th, but this could be a bit of a hedge if we don't think we're going to get 10th. Let's see what you go big and go home people think about this one. The more we crank it up, wow, it goes up quite a lot, guys. It goes up quite a lot. So it goes from 195 to 585. 10th is winning. 10th is still winning. 12th is gaining a little bit. I'm going to give you one more refresh on the... I don't know how often this poll refreshes from my point of view, but... okay, 50% say 10th. Let's do it. Let's do it. So... we could lose 146,000. Okay, so we want both guys in the top 10 in both regards, but we're also looking to get Bottas 4th. I mean, there's a whole lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So, well, all right, Bottas. These should be the easiest strategy. So let's. I'm gonna get the poll going already, and then we can talk through the options as you start to vote. Okay, so plan A with Bottas. Run the mediums to about lap 22, then run the hard to the end. We've got a little bit of margin on degradation, so we can push a little bit with these. Both of them struggling a little bit on setup, so they're not super confident, but we can overtake. We've seen Bottas can overtake. We might be able to make this work. Plan B. Start on softs. It gives us a lot less margin on pushing, and then we have to do a long hard stint at the end. Compared to plan A, it's basically exactly the same time. It's milliseconds faster. What are people saying? Let's just have a look at plan C. Plan C is a 2-stop, which is, I don't know, like a 1/10 of a second slower than the 1-stop. And we're looking at a lot of pushing. Like, we are not using this tyre to its maximum at all. It gives us a lot more margin. I mean, this can be converted into a plan A situation if we want. What are we thinking? People are going for plan A. Okay. Yeah, we can. If we start on A or C, we can pivot to the other one if we're feeling it. So let's go with that. Now, Joe, starting from 17th, we needed to get 10th. Let's put that to the poll. Joe Strat. You guys are pretty good at this. Wisdom of crowds and all that. Once again, plan A is all of these strategies are very, very similar to each other in terms of how much time they take. All taking 1 minute 32 and a matter of seconds. Start on hards and hope for a safety car. Starting on hards and hope for a safety car doesn't work if the safety car comes early. Then you have to pivot to a 2-stop. More people are going for C here, so going for the old 2-stopper. Now the 2-stopper's quite good. I mean, the 2-stop is a good pivot if a safety car does come around here. Can we try medium, medium, soft? I don't think we can do medium, medium, soft, but I can show you what that would look like. That would look like that. We don't have... Yeah. What do people think of medium, medium, soft? It does look doable, doesn't it? It does look faster than... Alright, how about plan C, but with a medium, medium, soft? And don't forget, we can change this at any time. Let's go more like that. Maybe we can probably bring this back a little bit, actually. Yeah, something like that. Medium, medium, soft. People seem happy. Happy, 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 happy. Game says it's fast. All right. Okay. Okay. There we go. Working as a team, guys. Let's get Joe to the front. Right, let's just put these guys on push for the race start. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive for the first lap. Off we go.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere as ever is electric. And there's Valtteri Bottas. They might not be in the top
I think they
three
do
spots,
Bottas's forehead dirty in this game.
Once the race gets underway.
He's not that smooth a man.
And it's the second Alfa Romeo there. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. Will there?
Here we go then.
This is what you've been waiting for. It's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
A little bit misty.
It's lights out and away
Keep
we
your eye
go.
up here for like position changes. Okay, Bottas hangs on to 5th. That's useful. Joe already lost the position. Well done.
Difficult to keep up.
What are you talking about? You've had one corner, Joe. Oh, Bottas. Hello. Sainz.
Well done.
Sainz had a little bit of a bad corner too.
Good overtake, Sean.
Joe back up to 17th. Okay,
Position
nice.
gained for Alfa Romeo.
I don't think we're going to be able to keep Sainz behind us on that big, long pitch straight. Oh my God. Bottas, you monster. I mean, why not? I don't think you'll be able to hang on to it, but why not? I know we're rinsing through fuel at the moment, but... All right, now going up to 2 speed. I will
Looks
watch
like
this
that
field,
was
don't
a
worry.
Position gained for Alfa Romeo.
I mean, let's see how well we fare when we get to this high speed part. Here we are, we're in it. Oh my God. Bottas is not messing around. Don't think he's going to do it. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? No, he's not going to do it. Is he going to do it? I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it into corner. Good Lord. Right. Let's dial this back just a second. Bottas is going to start. Oh my. What is happening? ERS. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's at least monitor that. Zhou doing all right on the fuel, bearing in mind he's in slipstreams and such. At some point, Bottas is going to have to start looking backwards rather than forwards, but I'm liking this. God Tass, says Maddox. And here we go, we're heading back down the thing. This is going to be our last trip down here before DRS kicks in, and God knows what it's going to be like for us. Here we go. Don't think he's going to be making any headway on Leclerc, but
DRS enabled.
okay, now we're going to be looking backwards at Verstappen. Let's wind that
A
in.
little bit of lift off.
Understood.
Let's have a little look at tyre temps for the moment. Oh, yeah, here we are. We're now going to... It's hard to say, actually. Are we causing a train or not? Tyre temps look fine. Right, I'm going to just try and keep an eye on chat at the same time. Keep less than 1 second. I'm going to work on that. Quickly have a look at tyre wear. It's okay for the moment, but we'll keep an eye on that because we need to make these strategies work. There's likely to be a safety car, more likely than other places. Maybe not as many as I think Miami, where we had 3 safety cars. 2 or 3 at least. I mean, we definitely had at least 2 because it really had a go at us. Okay, we're still doing fine. Let's just have a quick look at Zhou, who's really able to push his engine at the moment now that he's in slipstream. But we're gonna, to make Zhou work, we're gonna have to like micromanage him a little bit and push his ERS down the straights and overtake. He's just gonna have to overtake and overtake and overtake. Push now and 2-stop with Bottas. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. Why are we up to first place and why are we not getting a replay of that? What's happening here? What is happening here? While I'm trying to manage Zhou. I think this might be a little bit of back and forth from now. Bottas is just god tier. Yeah, I'm glad the game slowed it down to times 1. Okay, let's just see if we can get Zhou past Vettel. He's going to need to do something. Zhou is okay. We're okay on the tyres for now. How are they doing temperature-wise? Okay for now. Let's just get that back to normal. Can we keep P1 if we push now and do a 2-stop? I don't know. What are we going to do here? We'll lose position if we don't push. I mean, I think we might have a little bit of a back and forth with Leclerc, which is fine. As long as we keep having a back and forth and don't fall back into the thing. So we
Alfa Romeo just moved up.
Hey!
Let's take a closer look. Let's take another look. There we have Zhou.
Perfect. He's also having a little bit of look of what I'm assuming is Ricardo.
They take advantage and muscle their way through. Excellent work.
Well done, Zhou. Yeah, we don't need to see all this. God, right, we're not going to get first place in the race, but I'm interested now with all our gambling on where to place Bottas, where we are going to end up. Okay, I'm going to keep it at 1 times speed for now, just while I assess what the hell's going on. As Zhou comes around, what are we going to do? I know what I was going to look at tyres. Okay, so most people around us, apart from Perez, are on the same, at least the same starting strategy as us. In terms of tyre wear, we are not as good on tyre wear. But that's because we've probably been pushing a bit more, but we can still make this one stop work, so we're not worried about that. Joe, make it happen. Make it happen, Joe. It's only Ricardo. You can still make it a 2-stop. I don't want to make it a 2-stop. I think we want to try and make this 1-stop work. Come on, Joe, around the outside. We've still got... Brake late into turn 2. There we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
There's Leclerc.
It's fine. It's not all over for us yet. It's not all over for us yet. Let's go back to Bottas. Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, he really needs to, like, think about what he's doing.
See you later.
Righto.
McLaren gain a position.
Ricardo. Oh. What's happening in Sector 1? Yellow flag. Not a safety car. There's no one in Sector 1.
I think that was a crash. We can take a look now. Now let's look at this.
Okay, looking at chat.
Focus on Sonoda. Dear me.
Yeah,
we
that's a
won't
crash,
have been
but
expecting
I
that.
think he's still going. I think that's just a damaged wing. So, yeah, no safety cars. Joe is still pushing like hell. I'm going to have to just wind him down on his tyre a little bit. Yeah, we don't want to, like, cook them. But he's still... I mean, he's pushing on his fuel like hell, but... How's his engine doing?
No overtake.
Copy.
Oh, crap. Let's harvest that. Yeah, the crash animation isn't great.
Copy.
Oh, we are in trouble now, boys. There's a limit on what we can do from here, to be honest. Let's have a little look at the tyre situation. We're all right. I mean, we're not great.
Red Bull moved up.
Yeah, back into second. Okay. But our... we're into the DRS range of
Looks
Leclerc.
like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Let Verstappen tow you to Charles. Well, that's assuming he's going to pull us. He's going to close the gap on Charles. Maybe we can close the gap on Charles ourselves. Let's just have a look at how we. Joe's up to 15th, by the way. I think us and Ricardo are moving up together. But once we've charged our ERS, we can have a little think about getting ahead of Ricardo again. Bottas must stay behind Verstappen for the tow. As Verstappen makes another move on us around the outside, and then we're going to make a little move on him. Yeah, we could
Red Bull gained a place.
we could use this tow and see how we do. We just got to make sure not to fall too far behind Leclerc. Yeah, I think Crofty only has a limited amount of things to say. Right, seems like when you do higher ERS deployment, your fuel usage decreases. Yeah, that's true. That is also...
Position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Let's have a look at old
Let's
Joe
see
while
what
we're waiting.
happened there. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved. in
Max
this
is
one.
eating the gap. Excellent. Here we go. This is good news for Joe.
Gaining a position.
So what's he up to now? 13th. That's good. We're 3 places away from our goal. He seems to be doing all right without us. We need to work on his fuel now because he is actually starting to use it. Okay, Bottas. What are we going to do about you? Let's switch to Bottas cam. Stay in the slipstream. Get some fuel back. A little bit of harvest on Joe. Just a little bit of harvest on old Joe. Or maybe now's not the time to do that. Wait till he's in this bit and then we'll harvest him. Push Joe to close the gap to Magnussen.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
Good work, Bottas. What are we doing here? So Joe is going faster than the cars ahead of him, so we don't need to push him too hard to close that gap up. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look at Joe. Not anymore though, is he? Definitely not Sector 1 where he's making that time up. And once again, back and forth with Verstappen. I don't think he's going to get around us this time. He didn't even have DRS. Tell Bottas not to fight with Max. Really? Explain, Boyan. Oh, God, there goes Max around the outside. No, there goes Perez around the outside. Now, Perez is on a different strategy. He's on the softs, so we don't need to worry about him too much right now. In fact, we can just let him suck us towards Leclerc, who is actually 1.7 seconds ahead. Schumacher's now overtaken Zhou, but I feel like we're going to get that back. No worries at all. Right, what are we doing now? Red, yellow flag in Sector 3. Can't see anyone stopped.
We've just had a spin. Let's have a look.
Science. Tyres. What about tyres?
Focus here.
That's good for us
this
because that means he's not going to bother us in the race. That is good. Right, Zhou. Deploy. Push. Let's get past Schumacher, for goodness sake. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, Bottas back up to second as well. That's good. Let's balance that out. He's bloody behind Schumacher again. Right, Bottas. So Perez had a bit of a dodgy one, didn't he? Because he's just fallen a little bit behind. Tyre management. Let's have a little look how we're doing. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. You are losing to Leclerc when ahead of the Red Bulls. Well, how do we manage that? Because I don't want to sit behind them too much. I mean, do you really think we can fight Leclerc for the win? Do you really think that's on the cards? Because I think I'm feeling like that's a bonus. And there's only so much... Like, oh, wrong driver. Let's not do that again. We can only do that. These are our options. So, if we are behind the Red Bulls, Bottas is naturally going to try and overtake them again. You know what I mean? As Zhou gets past Schumacher again.
Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo
Podium since Perez is on softs. Red Bulls are our opponent, not Leclerc. Yeah, I mean, let's definitely fight the bird we have in the hand rather than the two we can see in the bush.
Which moves them up a position.
Right, we're going to try and... let's see here. Zhou versus Norris. He was faster than him last lap, but I think that was DRS assisted. So let's see. He's faster on Sector 1 as well. I think that might also be DRS assisted. And we're 4 laps into our pit window for Zhou, who is sort of in a world of his own right now. Not gaining on Norris in this current moment. 45% tyre durability is where Yeah, Bottas going back and forth. Zhou is behind Schumacher again, so Zhou is kind of stuck in a bit of a Schumacher squabble. It's not helping us that much, but at least we're going to get DRS every couple of laps. Strategy around Zhou. Okay, right. What are we thinking around Zhou? We'll be 1, 2, 3 laps, and then we enter our pit window. I think we're going to try and pit around lap 20, perhaps. 1 lap later than this line. Track grip going up all the time. Track rubber going up all the time. So this like blast at the end on softs could be pretty good. Maybe we can lengthen this soft stint. What are we thinking? Set bot ERS to defend when in third. There we go as Zhou moves up again. Magnussen is now down to 11th, so he's our next target. Let's see if we can... Let's just push Zhou a little... Not on the tyres, but let's just push him a little bit on the old... Actually, let's not deploy this just yet. Let's just... Let's deploy when we're on the straight and try and just eke out a bit of a gap and get out of this little DRS back and forth. With old... Hey, as Bottas sets the fastest lap. No, Verstappen just took it immediately. Okay, we're going to have to harvest again, aren't we? Zhou can push tyres. He's on the second stop. That is true, and he's doing fine on the tyres. So let's just push. Let's do a little bit of pushing. Bit of deploying. Let's eke out that gap. 1.4 seconds. As Perez overtakes Bottas again. We'll work on Bottas in just a second. I think he's doing okay going back and forth. Let's bring that back to neutral. Okay, I'll come back and look at him in a minute. I think we need to hit balanced in just a sec. What's Bottas up to? Do we need to control you? I think you're doing fine. Leclerc's losing us. I think we don't need to think about Leclerc. What do you guys think? I think at the moment this little back and forth with the Red Bulls is working fine for us. Let's Zhou is still fine for tyres. Thank you, Yawn. I know.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
Okay, now we need to start moving ourselves towards Norris. Now, what's Norris? Norris is on the same sort of strategy as us. I think what's clear is we are harder on our tyres than other cars. We've gone through 5% more of our tyres in terms of Bottas. We've gone through 10% more of our tyres in terms of Zhou. But Zhou has been sort of behind cars a lot, so suffering a little bit in the dirty air. But then so have the other cars. So basically the other cars have a bit more flexibility on strategy than we do. As Perez comes in for his soft tyre pit stop, freeing up Bottas. Now Bottas has a nice gap behind to Verstappen. But let's see if Verstappen starts to ease that up. How are we looking on strategy? Okay, I'm just going to bring Zhou's tyres down a little bit. Yeah, it could be the set. You can't. I've had to hide a message because it had a swear word in it, and if you swear, then the chat hides your message.
Safety car.
Oh God, here we go. Oh God, here we go. Here we go.
Stay positive. Copy.
Let's look at Bottas first. Oh no, I don't. Right. Pause. Okay, so we definitely pit Zhou. We can still make the strategy he's on work. And I think we convert Bottas to a 2-stop. Right? Yeah, move Bottas to the 2-stop. So let's change this. Yeah, 2-stop, double stack. This is going to be our first double stack. Oh, whack this one up. Then we're going to have to add a new stint. Probably softs. Let's see if we can make that work. Easily make that work. Something like that. Okay, that's our strategy for Bottas. Zhou is the same. We're just moving this up a little bit. So what I'll do, I'll just edit this just so we know what we're doing. And that's still fine. That's still fine. We don't have to edit our soft bit. So update that. Go back to this. Yeah, so this. So here we go. We can stack these people quite easily. They're not very close to each other. So let's pit 4 mediums. Boom. Let's pit 4 mediums. Put Bottas on hards. We're not. I'll show you why that's not. Oh, actually, okay. Here we go. All right. Bot strat. 1 stop to hards. 2 stop. Medium, then soft. Okay. Tires under 40% drop a lot of speed. That's fine. We're gonna be fine. Bottas has good pace. I mean, a lot of people are saying different things. These are the choices you got. One stop to hard is easily winning, so let's do that. Which means we're going to hards. Do we want to do the same with Joe? Let's just have a look at it. I mean, we've got more time than this. We could do the same with Joe. I'm going to poll. So same thing again. One stop, hard. Two stop, medium soft. There we go. Joe needs to pass cars. Joe, yeah, bear this in mind. Yeah, Joe does need to like do more overtaking. So maybe we need him on the softer compounds to, you know what I mean? And this is in effect a much cheaper pit stop for him. So what are we thinking? Pole seems very firmly in favour of Joe doing the 2 stop, so we're sticking with this plan. Pitting this lap. Double check, going to hards, going to mediums. Here we go, starting with Bottas.
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
Where is this? This is corner 2, isn't it?
Clearly, something went very, very wrong there.
Clearly something did go very, very wrong there, didn't it? Right. I was like, God, why are we stopped? I just paused. Scare me like that. Okay. We're going to follow Bottas in. Let's see if everyone else reacts to this. Let's go Bottas cam. Is Leclerc in? I think Leclerc's gone past. All right. Bottas comes in. No one else stopping? Okay, some people are stopping. Okay, where are we coming out? 4th place with a pit stop. And now we got Joe. This is good. This is good. Oh, conserve everything. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Thank you. Conserve. Here we go. And I'm going to get Joe to conserve.
We need to get these tyres to last.
While we wait for the old safety car to pick them all up. Harvest. Why not? While we're here, harvest the lot. Right. I'm just going to leave you watching Bottas while the safety car picks them up. I'm just going to make a quick trip to the bathroom. And hopefully the safety car won't come in this lap. Unmute. Ta-da! Of course I wash my hands. I'm just super fast. Okay. So I also did a pit stop during the safety car period. Right, how are we doing? So this is working out well for Bottas and for Zhou, who managed to get themselves a sneaky pit stop in. And now we've got to get Bottas to the end. Current tire situation. These guys. Yeah, these guys are still on their medium stint, so they're all going to have to stop again. So who pitted is the question in that safety car period. Tyre history. But that we pitted. Perez pitted just before the safety car period, so us and Perez are kind of joined. These three pitted. Hamilton, Alonso, Gasly and Magnussen. They all started on the soft, so this was ideal for them in terms of their strategy. Schumacher, Ricciardo pitted again from the soft. So we're the only people who started on the mediums who decided to take that stop. So it looks like the AI was a bit dictated by what compound they were on. The rest seem to think they can make their way can make their strategy work without stopping now. So we're in a good position here. I think the safety car's still going. Let's speed this up a little bit. Safety car in this lap. Okay. Okay. So now let's crank up the volume. La 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 la. Why are you not harvested? You should be at 100%. I guess you were going at slow speeds. Okay, you ready? WeGraph says we just won in Barcelona. I think I can win in Monaco too. We won with... Oh, whoa. Let's go at 1 speed. And let's...
Battery, close the gap.
Yeah, come on, Bottas. Here we go. Come on. Waiting for Leclerc. Now, we don't want to get swallowed up. But without... Oh, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I think our tyres may not be as warmed up as those on the mediums.
The safety car should be pulling away now. Copy.
Leclerc hasn't gone yet. Let's go on to Bottas cam. Tyres are getting a little warm. I mean, how? How have you managed to do that? That's fine. Here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, that was weird. Sainz choosing the worst possible time to pit, but he did block us. Are we attacked from behind? I think we're okay.
Copy.
Okay, I'm going to have to put this back to neutral for a bit because they did not charge very well. Zhou is well, at least he's up to Magnussen, which is what we were kind of aiming for before. Sainz going for fastest lap. Ferrari masterclass, yep. Okay, we can go back up to 2 speed now. Let's right, these. I'm gonna bring these tyres down to that for now. We've got to make them work. We can't. We've got to make sure we stay at or above this line because it really does take us down to the limit of the good part of the tyre on this strategy. So let's have a look at Bottas. See how we're doing. He's challenging Verstappen. That's good. Wow, this ERS is crap, isn't it? Gonna need to harvest this. Okay, but at least we got a little bit of a gap behind as Verstappen comes into the pits. I mean, why didn't they pit during the safety car? Zhou can afford. Zhou's pushing a little bit. All right, our harvesting is getting there. Let's just get that back to normal. Okay, so Magnussen ahead of us probably doesn't need to stop again. That's our problem in terms of Zhou. So Magnussen's probably going to try and go all the way to the end on his hard tyres. I reckon. I chinny reckon. Bottas and Perez are basically in the same strat now. So I think our fight now is with Perez, maybe for the lead. How's Bottas's tyres doing? Okay. So we need to just let's turn this back to interval. As Leclerc pits,
Gears enabled.
they really screwed up by not going in the safety car. So I think, similar to in Barcelona, where we reacted to the rain and they didn't, I think in this case we reacted to the safety car and they didn't, and now it's costing us. If the cars around us were on the soft tyres, I think they would have.
That was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Oh, thank goodness.
Here's the replay.
Slow down
Let's
Bottas.
take
Okay.
another look. There we have
Bottas's
Joe.
fuel. I'll have a look at him in a minute. I mean, that's a bad time to overtake, though, because we're going to be DRS to hell. Yep, let's just balance that out. We can still push with Zhou for now. Right, Bottas is in the net lead. And Perez has the same... Even though he pitted a couple laps ahead of us, he has better tyres than us and is actually better at conserving them because I think his setup is better, his car is better. Bottas tyres standard. Well, I don't know. The wear's going all right at the moment. The wear's going all right. If we start to dip under this, then I'll bring it down a bit. Zhou, actually, let's see how hot his tyres are getting. They're all right for now. There could be another safety car, which we need to be aware of. Alonso up to third. Yeah, good spot. Alonso up to third. Zhou currently in fifth. Fifth. We are P1 and P5.
We can
Everybody.
Take a look now. Now let's watch this. The
Hello,
Alfa
Cars
Romeo
Garage.
involved in this one.
So we are
And
currently.
there they go, moving up a position. Just incredible manoeuvring.
Yeah, we're currently in a
Safe to
position
say
where
that
we
went
can
down
we
well
can
with the
massage
team.
some good positions here. Now Zhou does need to pit again, and if I pretend I'm doing a pit stop, if I look at our pit options, we're going to go to softs. 23 seconds we're looking at. I don't think this is exactly. I think this is meant to be the pit delta. So yeah, don't care about that. If we look at where Zhou is, 9 seconds, so what's that, 23, so 32. So yeah, if we pit now, we're going to be about here. So we need to look for 23 seconds back from Zhou is roughly where we're going to end up. But again, we're still pulling out some time. Let's just drop that down. We don't want to overheat. You see predicted position in pit options. I think you're right. Where are we looking here? 17th. Brilliant. Thank you. That's much more useful than me doing maths on the fly. Thank you. That's useful. So, right. 17th for now, but again, we are working on pulling out a gap. What kind of times is Zhou doing at the moment?
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
We just overtook Alonso. We're in third now, somehow. Zhou doing 149.7s. Hamilton doing 155. Yeah, Zhou is on the move. Only being beaten, really, by... Well, some people, actually, but in terms of the people he's up against. Yeah, okay, so let's make it happen, Zhou. How are we going to make this work for Zhou? I think we're going to need to do a little bit of harvesting in a minute. Maybe not. Why would anyone do a two-stop in Monaco? We're not in Monaco. Oh, unless VGraph is watching a delayed... This stream delayed.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
What is Zhou up to? What are we... Okay. Okay, what do we need to manage here? What is the plan for Zhou? The plan for Zhou is... Get him on that soft tyres at the end. And just push him through everyone ahead of him. So I'd actually quite like to build up a little bit of fuel reserve by the time we get to that point. So we can just get him to put his foot down. So actually, let's just chill out for a minute. And it's just a matter of seeing how far we can push him ahead. So we're still going to do some maths on the fly. We're still about 8.6 seconds. So we're looking. So we're still 17th at the moment. So don't forget, we are looking to get Joe in the top 10. That is our goal in terms of our sponsors. As long as he's still moving forward relative to like basically all of these people, which he still is. That's what we're thinking about. Conserve Bottas's tyres. How are we doing for Bottas's tyres? He's doing okay, guys. He's doing okay. And I think we need to keep him moving. Because somehow he is genuinely in a fight with Perez for the lead. And Perez, very good on tyres, is making a soft to hard strategy work, I think. I don't think he's planning on stopping again. If we have a little look at old Perez here. Yeah, soft to hard. I think he can get that hard to the end. 83%. I mean, he's doing better than we are on our hards as he slowly closes in on us.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
Okay, push Bottas on fuel to increase the gap to over 2 seconds. Yeah, we'll give him a little push. We'll give him a little push. Now, the problem we have with Joe is we're kind of stuck a little bit on the strategy because we can't use mediums again. So if a safety car comes in this period, basically up to this line, we kind of can't do anything with that. Sorry, let's go back to interval. Getting very grey, isn't it? I don't think we're expecting any... No rain expected. Bottas tyres. I mean, you keep saying Bottas tyres. Bottas's tyres are fine. And if you look, they're
Mercedes moved
normal
up a
heat.
place.
As Hamilton and Zhou continue to go back and forth. What's our current... Okay, we're up to 15th. Well, we're up to 14th. Net position now with Zhou. So we've moved up 3 positions from a couple of laps ago. We're looking at from 10 seconds to 33 seconds. So we're about here behind Tsunoda. So we'll keep an eye on that. The Bottas push isn't working. Just cruise. What do you mean it's not working? What do we want from Bottas right now? Push Zhou on tyres. Yeah, we can afford to do a bit of that. Let's push him a little bit. We can afford... I don't want to push him on fuel just yet. Actually, I do. I'm going to push him on fuel, and then when he gets around to here, let's try and get out of that DRS zone. Let's try and just hoof him away from Hamilton and build a bit of stability. Once we get around to about here. Zhou, fuel up, pass, fuel D, yeah. So once... Let's... Oh, we haven't got much to deploy though, have we? Oh well. Push, Zhou, push! Push, 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 push. Okay, well, do a bit of harvesting now. And deploy again! But it's not really working right now, is it? He's not making much of a gap on Hamilton. I'm just going to keep an eye on him for now. Let's just neutralise that for a sec. What is our current net situation? 9.5, so we're looking about 32.5. We're still net 14th. Anyone else we're expecting to stop? Probably not. Maybe Tsunoda. Everyone else on hard. Deploy Zhou ERS. We need to harvest, actually, a bit of Zhou ERS. Bottas is kind of holding station at the moment. I mean, Zhou is going pretty fast. Just not as fast as I'd kind of want him to do. What are we thinking here? As Hamilton overtakes us once again. Let's drop this down a bit.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Okay, so Dakota Huddle says, don't deploy on the straights since that gets negated by DRS. Use it in the second and third sectors. Okay. All right, so we'll do a little bit of harvesting. Get our battery back. And then see if we can, when we get to about here, deploy? Is that what you're saying? Forget about Hamilton, just save fuel. Yeah, that's true. We should save fuel for when we go hammer time around here. Save Bottas's tyres, please. His tyres are fine. His tyres are absolutely fine. We are well on track to get to the end of the race with Bottas's tyres. Don't you worry about Bottas's tyres. They are doing great. If Show is faster than the people behind, he'll gain net position by the time he pits. Well, where are we now? About 12, so that's 34. We're still 14th. So we're not... Again, we're trying to get to 10th. So how far is Sonoda behind 10th? 32, 25. So he's about 7 seconds. So if he pits... If Show comes out behind Sonoda, when he pits, we're going to have to make up 7 seconds and 4 positions in about 13 laps. So we'll see how that works. Check Perez's tyres. If Perez is higher than Bottas on standard. Well, Perez is doing much better than us because he's been doing much better than us the whole race and qualifying. He's just better on his tyres. We have a few more laps from the field to pull apart, though. Yeah, that's true. We got a lot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more laps really before we're going to pit Zhou, and I think we probably should pit him there, just so we can, or 1 lap later, but definitely. Oh God! Safety car. How long is this safety car going to last? Zhou Hards? You reckon Zhou Hards? I'm going to give you 3 options. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 options. The options are Zhou, don't pit. Zhou, pit soft. And the third option, Zhou, pit hard. Okay? Now, we could make the hard tyres work. I mean, I think they'd probably still be pretty fast and will be much more energy, and we can just push the hell out of them. Softs, I don't think we'll be able to push on. We're going to get a couple of laps of saving them, so we're probably not going to be pushing on them until here. Oh, God. Here. Maybe here if we're lucky, but I think... let's have a look. If we pit now, what are we expecting? Okay, it's expecting for us to come out in 10th if we pit now. So I think definitely pit to guarantee that 10th position. People are saying hard. I'm willing to kind of think that. No, don't pit Bottas. We don't, unnecessary to pit Bottas. Bottas is going to go to the end. Don't want to give up track position on Bottas. This strategy can fix blah, 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 blah. Did we... So pit hard. "13-second pit stop." Here we go. Do not pit No, we don't pit Bottas. We don't pit Bottas. Pitting Bottas will bring us out behind Hamilton. We won't. Yeah, pitting Bottas will bring us out behind Hamilton, and then we're going to have to pass Hamilton and Perez. You know what? I'll ask you. I don't think it's the right move, but I am but one bear. And you are 809 very clever people. So what we could do, we could put him on. So we'd put him to mediums, wouldn't we? And I'll show you what that looks like. Actually, it'll look like that. So we could push him. So 58% are saying no. So Bottas stays out. I think that's the right call. Let's see what everyone else does.
Mode
Yeah,
C.
we've already done all that. Don't worry, guys. We've already had the conversation.
They've crashed out. Let's have a look.
Let's
Now
see if he's
let's
already
look.
crashed
We're
Baku
watching
this
Nicholas Latifi.
this weekend. Let's see what he does this time. I think he's going to drive straight on into the wall.
Oh, a nasty crash there.
Conserve. Yep, well remembered. Conserve, conserve, harvest,
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy that.
conserve. We'll stick him on just so he conserves as he comes out of the old pits as well. Here we come.
Charge on, charge on. Copy.
All right. We're not going to have 4 laps under the safety car. I don't think we would have got loads of saving on. I don't think we would have saved enough to be able to switch to softs and still use them correctly. I think this is the wise, safe call. So out we come into 10th place. Yeah, with Verstappen behind us. What on earth happened to Verstappen? What on earth happened to Verstappen? I guess, yeah, just from that terrible pit strategy. Same as Sainz, I guess. Yeah, he pitted after the safety car and he just never really recovered. All right. Let's get them all into the safety car queue, at least. Bottas still in the lead, but now Perez is going to be all over him. This is what it looks like from Joe's point of view. Right, what are we thinking? Yeah, we'll pace Joe to the max once we get the call that safety car's coming in this lap. I reckon it's going to come in this lap. Joe time. That's right. As we spoke about last time, it's Joe time. Here we go.
Safety car in this lap. Safety
Let's
car in.
up we go. Up we go. Up we go.
More push, more push.
Copy.
Right. I think we need to keep an eye.
overtake.
Who do we keep an eye on? Bottas for the lead, or
Copy.
Joe for the thing he's doing? Bottas defend. Yes, good point. Thank you. I got it. I caught it in time. Here we go then. And we're off. Don't worry, I'm going to watch Bottas's tyres and make sure he... I'm going to keep this pushing for a little while.
We have no
Wow.
gas.
Copy.
Joe's still in 10th, but he's got Verstappen behind him, so we're going to have to drop to 9th. Hooray! But again, Sainz and Verstappen behind him, so he's going to have a hell of a
Overtake,
time.
Sean.
Let's try and make sure Bottas pulls out a gap over a second. Down to P10 again with him. Okay, back to normal view. What are we dealing with here, guys?
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Yep. Ocon somehow ahead of us? Oh, I guess no, because Sainz overtook Ocon rather than Ocon overtook Joe. Okay, tyres slightly overheating. Let's go back down to aggressive. Got to make these tyres continue to work. Oh, he's doing fine because we saved a bit. Just trying to keep my eye on everything. Bottas deploy ERS. Should have pitted Bottas because Perez is better with tyres. Bottas is, look, he's fine with the tyres. I don't know why you guys are worried about Bottas' tyres. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. He's not doing as well as Perez, but he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to use his tyres or save his tyres any more than he is. He's fine. Zhou could push like bloody hell as long as he keeps them warm. As long as he doesn't overheat them. We're going to need to do some serious harvesting with Zhou, I'm afraid. No DRS just yet, but Slipstream. Pretty powerful in Baku. Yep. Let's see if we can get him down into turn 2. That's been a nice position for us before. Maybe turn 3 then. No. Okay, so just to remind everyone, I'm on neutral. Yeah, I know I'm on neutral. It's fine. What do I need to deploy for? Okay, just remind everyone, we need to finish with both cars in the top 10 to win out, to get our special super bonus thing. Which I will bring you up here. This one here. Position gained. Guan Yu Zhou up to 10th. Also, both cars, so basically both cars in the top 10 is going to net us like all of this money overall, nearly $1 million.
DRS enabled.
Okay, so on this DRS enabled lap, I think we're going to have a little crack at old Ocon here. Bottas seems to be doing fine. And actually looks like we're going to have a crack at Ocon down here. Who's going to have the... Oh, okay. Sector 3, there's something happening. Yellow flag. Another crash.
Sounds like there's been a crash. Let's
Oh,
take
Norris.
A closer
Was Norris
look.
ahead of us or behind
Now
us?
just take a look at the McLaren.
Oh, classic.
There's the crash.
Intervals. No worries. Fastest lap is currently ours. I don't know if it's going to stay ours. A bit worried. I mean, I'm just a bit worried about Verstappen breathing down our neck. Tyre situation is... Our tyres are like much better than Verstappen. So, you know, maybe we can use that to our advantage. But we are an Alfa Romeo and he is, I am afraid to say it, a Red Bull. Now, unfortunately, Norris wasn't ahead of us. If he was, that would have given us a bit of breathing room on that. P10. We have 13 laps to go. As... Oh, Ocon pits. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That's given us a bit of breathing room. We still don't necessarily want Verstappen to be passing us. Tyres... Everyone in front of us is now going to the end. Okay, let's do a bit of deploy. Just see if we can pull out a little bit. We're still pushing like hell. What's his tyre situation like? Pretty warm. But doing okay. I cannot believe... I mean, I'm trying not to think about it too hard because...
No overtaken.
Because I don't want to jinx it too hard, but Bottas is in the lead again. AI strategy, I think, a little bit wonky when it comes to events like safety car and like changes in the weather. And that's what we're going to use to exploit to take Alfa Romeo to glory. As we pull up behind Gasly now and... try and make something happen from it. Meanwhile, 2.5 seconds between Bottas and Perez. Tyres between them, they're fine. We're fine. We're cool. We're fine. Put Bot to standard. I mean, again... okay, guys. For this whole race, you've been saying to dial Bottas's tyres down. I don't really understand why you've been saying that. You've said it a lot, you've said it a lot, you've said it a lot. And every time we've looked at his strategy, his tyres, he's been absolutely fine in terms of tyre wear. He's fine in terms of tyre temperature. He's able to push a little bit harder on them than standards, so I don't see what the problem is. I think he's doing fine. I think some of you might be confusing this symbol, which doesn't mean the tyres are overheating. This symbol means that this push strategy will put more temperature in the tyres than standard. That is just this symbol. So maybe that's, whereas this symbol is using, so his tyres, yeah. If anything, Zhou's tyres are too hot. But again, we've got to push these tyres a little bit. In terms of tyre wear, all we want to kind of make sure is that we're not below this line by the time we get to the end. And the reason I'm pushing, just to make sure this gap is fine. We can dial it back a bit in a bit if we would. As Zhou gets past Gasly for 8th place, that gives us a bit of a buffer, and he's still looking pretty aggressive. And Magnussen, that's a double overtake. Let's watch that again.
Let's see what happened there. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one.
I think into turn 2, he gets inside Gasly and then uses the DRS.
And there they go, moving up a position in the pack.
Don't get to see the Magnussen bit, but yeah, up to 7th. We are pushing Zhou on fuel.
Looks like
we're pushing both of them on fuel.
Gained for Alfa Romeo.
Okay, we're now up behind Sainz. We've left Verstappen behind, so don't need to worry about him right now. Let's see. Can't really play around with his battery too much because he's used it all. So let's just see what we can do. Let's just get up behind him. Bottas is doing fine, so I don't want to meddle with him too much. I don't want to fiddle with him too much. So let's go into the eyeballs of Zhou Guanyu. See what we can do with him. 6/10 behind Sainz. Let's see. As Zhou does fastest lap of the race with a bit of DRS help. Everybody's going to be on DRS right now. We're in a bit of a DRS train. Let's go back to this point of view just to... let's go up to Alonso. So Alonso's at the front of this train. We're at the back. Let's go back to us, actually. We're looking a bit hungry. So it's Alonso we've got to... who's actually giving us a chance to maybe overtake both of these Ferraris in the next 9 laps. 8.5 laps. We're still good on tyres. We're still really good on tyres. Let's do a bit of harvesting. Let's get rid of harvesting just for now. But we'll do a bit of harvesting around the end of that straight. Yeah, let's crack on with the harvesting now. Let's go back to Zhou Cam. Harvest and push. Yeah, we're going to harvest in this train. Let's get ourselves fully charged so we can lick the beans and send them. Oh! Speaking of which... couple of bots in the chat there. We got rid of them. Don't think harvesting at the end of the straight does anything. Well, harvesting should happen in the braking zone, right? He's not building up a lot though, is he? I wanted to be building up stuff. This harvesting is useless. Verstappen's right on our tail again. Verstappen's having a little look at us. That's not what we want. We want to be moving forward. Problem is Alonso previously holding up Leclerc. Leclerc has now got ahead of him, and so has both me and Leclerc and Sainz. I've got very confused about what's been going on.
Gained for Alfa Romeo.
Bottas now 3.6 seconds ahead of Perez. Goodness me. You can only harvest 1 full yellow bar per lap. Yeah, that is true. Again, this is one of those tracks where when which DRS harvesting is not that great. I think Spain, we had battery to spare. We were using our battery all over the place, but here a bit less so much. All right, let's stick with these Ferraris as long as we can. Once Verstappen gets past Alonso, which I think should be anytime soon, then he's going to start pulling up to the back of us. But right now, we are 4 places ahead of where we need to be. I don't want to count our chickens, and I don't want to make any errors. And I'm a bit worried about his tyre temperatures, to be honest. No, they're okay. But I think we're looking okay. Blue bar is usage, yellow bar is harvest. Yeah. The usage is more powerful than the harvest, so it takes longer to charge the battery than it does to use it, which is why you'll often have a push lap and a harvest lap. But we're sticking with these guys for now. I think I'm going to put us on a harvest lap. See if we can get our battery back up. Check Bottas's tyres. All right, he's fine. He's fine. If it makes you feel better, I'll put him down to standard. But keep your eye on this. We're at 3.4 right now. How is he able to push so much on fuel? Keep your eye on this as well, just in case he has some kind of. So we'll do some harvesting on here and then see if it can bring us up. But I don't want the harvestness to make us lose too much time. Actually, it is losing a lot of time. Let's just forget that. Yeah, now we've been like super pushing Joe, and you'll see how his line is below the standard wear for the tyre. Again, not going to be so much below that we will run out of. There's flies everywhere. That we're going to be in any trouble, but yeah. Perez now down to 3.1. Let's see how that changes over the course of a lap. We have 3.5 laps to go. So as long as Perez doesn't catch him too hard, we're going to be okay. I cannot believe we're looking at another race win. Don't want to jinx it, but we're staring it in the face. I know, but I did give in to peer pressure and drop his tyres. We are getting to that point where we're sort of going to be hitting this, whatever this line is, 30%-ish. What are we on tyres now? 34%. So yeah, I think that's the 30% line. Zhou's now dropped 1.4 second behind the Ferraris. But got a nice gap to the Alonso behind him. The Ferraris. I don't know. Let's see if we can push up a little bit. Oh, another crash on the track. Don't know what that's going to mean for us. Perez is catching up. See that?
It's a crash! Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's look at this. The focus on Sonoda. Thank goodness nobody else.
Let's do a bit of deployment on Bottas. Let's get that gap up again. You guys, you wanted me to turn down his pace. Should be ashamed. What happened to Hamilton? He just raced. Story of his race is he was on softs. He pitted during the safety car period. Stayed on hards to the end. That's the story of Hamilton. As Zhou is hassling the crap out of him. And is ahead. We're just following the Ferraris through.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
There we go. We've pushed away from Perez now. Man, you guys don't like using Bottas's tyres. Bottas is going to be so slow. Bottas is fine. We got 1 lap to go.
The rear tyres are feeling pretty bad.
All right, let's go standard. We'll just keep you happy. Zhou, style you down a little bit now as well. You want to max push Zhou? Oh, go on then. Got nothing left in the battery
Last
tank.
lap.
Oh, good.
Well, we're not going to get near these Ferraris, are we? And I don't think Hamilton's going to get near us. So I think we're okay. How's this powertrain? Yeah, we're good. Now, later in the season, we are, and by later I mean soon, we're going to start thinking about these engines. Go for fastest lap. Not going to happen, but let's... I think everything's going fine. Here comes Bottas. Let's enjoy.
No overtake.
Copy.
What do you think, Pit Bottas? Go for fastest lap. Perez catching. Yeah, he's really going to get us in these last 300 meters. Well, guys, once again, your unbelievable strategic minds have secured us a win. And this is another podium. We're halfway towards the 6 podiums we need for the board to be happy. That is a win. Let's go to Guan Yu Zhou, who started in 17th place, is now up to P5, ahead of Hamilton, ahead of Verstappen. I consider that an absolute redemption for what we did last race. And when I say we, I mean what I did last race.
Drive offline, save fuel.
Guys. If that's not a GG, hang on. I think what I've got to do is being like, oh, if you liked that win, you should give a like on the stream to this video, is what I should say. Everybody give a like to the stream and it'll, I don't know, do good things for my channel or something. I hope you're still enjoying these, by the way. I'm still having fun with you guys. Yeah, well done, everybody. Let's bring them all in. Let's enjoy it. 2 wins in 2022 for Valtteri Bottas. 0 wins for Mercedes. What a career move. Valtteri Bottas, what have you done?
This podium is a true recognition of everyone who's been working so hard for this result.
Oh, thank you so much, Ben Dragon. Thank you, I appreciate that. We all deserve to celebrate with a hippo.
And this man certainly isn't finished with F1.
There we go.
He still has plenty to fight for in this sport.
The beard, the porridge, the naked bum, it's all working for Bottas in 2022. Right, let's get past this and have a look at the old championship. Didn't get fastest lap, but that was a bit of an ask, I think, after all that. And it was, in fact, a second more than what we managed. We are well ahead of Lewis Hamilton now in the championship after that one. We made, what, 17 points on him. And we're quite close to Perez. I don't think we're going to be able to, like... I don't think Perez is someone we're going to fight. Overall, but not to be sniffed at. Zhou Guanyu is up into 9th as well, so pretty good in the constructors. I mean, we can't frown at that, can we? 3rd place, a good 39 points ahead of Mercedes, I want to say. Very exciting news. Any experience points for any of these guys? In terms of morale, actually, Guan Yu Zhou, despite having a really shocking Saturday, I think, yeah, we didn't... Ah, our qualifying streak! Our streak! Oh, thank you so much, Ian Clark, for that what I think is a pair giving a mic drop. Very random, very apt. Right, before we do anything, let's have a... Oh, we've updated the race sim. I don't remember doing this, but sure. Let's give a development point perk to Guan Yu Zhou in... I'm going to give it to him defending. We're getting involved in a lot of scraps, so I think it's... Ooh, we're up to 80. How's his morale? Is there anything that shows us what his morale is? Or is it just the general sense? Okay, I don't think it says. Oh no! Sexy bots. Monaco was more profitable. Thanks for liking the stream, everybody. By the way, I did see that number's gone up. I appreciate that. I'm not entirely sure what the effects are, but morale is under contract, is it? Okay, thank you. I don't know what it was before, but it's okay now. His contract length is 1 year. Well, let's not renew it just yet, but I think we're going to renew it. Again, we're just focusing on this year for now. Okay. I think that was a solid stream. I think that was a solid 2 races. I say solid 2 races. The first race I threw under the bus. Let's not pretend I didn't when I gave Bottas 1 more pit stop than needed. But the second race, we really salvaged, I think. We got a win. We got Guan Yu Zhou up into 5th place from 17th. And let's keep working on making Guan Yu Zhou's morale even higher. Bottas's morale is only okay as well, so... Not really sure what that's all about. Yeah, thanks again, everybody, for watching the stream. Thanks again for all your help in getting us to as much success as we did. I'll try not to screw up all your hard work in the next stream, which will be Canada and Britain. 2 very different tracks. Not sure when that's going to be. I'll check my own calendar for that, but it'll probably be sometime next week. I've got someone staying with me. I live by myself, but I should have someone staying with me next week, but they're going out a few days, so I'll try and schedule it for a time when I'm free. Anyway, brilliant. I will until the next time, thanks very much. We're going to end the stream now. I am ending the stream, Filippo, after 2 great races. So thanks so much, guys. That's it. That's the end. I'm clicking the thing.